Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dark Asylum podcast, the only podcast you listen to where three hard-bodied men scream at each other about Star Wars and other nerdy shit that pops into our head. I am the chosen one, Zack Winters. With me, as always, is the hardest of the hard bodies, Darkness.
How's it going, everybody?
And the man who will give your girlfriend bed bugs, Big Vicious, is not here yet. He'll be joining us a little bit later.
Yeah, he's dealing with his car issues right now, so
He's got car problems.
yeah. We may do a double episode and blend it into one. We'll see how it goes, but don't worry, you won't be robbed of your velvety tones of Big Vicious this week.
Just breathing into your ear.
Yeah.
I do think we have a fan base who tune in just for that, though.
Yeah, these last couple of weeks have been interesting while he's been up here recording in the studio with me. I call it a studio now because I call it my office, and I have to actually do work. But I can call it studio because we record it here. So he just sits on the floor, like in front of the microphone, and we both have one mic, and I'm like sitting in a chair across from him. And I listen back, and like all the breathing and shit that I have to listen to, it still makes it onto the mic, even though he's like halfway across the room. Last week I had to mute the mic like 4 or 5 times because he decided to eat during the fucking broadcast.
That was so funny.
He's fucking wrestling chip bags and shit, opened up like meat sticks. I'm like, the fuck are you doing, man?
He's culminating mass.
he's bulking up for the big wrestling return, you know?
Yeah, he's waiting for wrestling to return, and he's culminating mass, and then he started his gym membership, so soon he's gonna be harvesting, and then he's just gonna be like fucking Batista #2 within a couple months.
Yeah, he's doing good though, getting into that gym. So he's posting it. I text him and stuff. He's there. Told that if I get rid of the WWE network, I can get a gym membership because they're the same amount of money. I was like, all right, well, it's combining into Peacock, so I guess it kind of I can go to the gym now. But
well, can't you? Don't you have to tap into just one of your other trust funds that you have?
Well, I don't want to cash out Bitcoin this early because it looks like it's going back up again. So I mean.
Oh, I see.
You know the market.
Gotta wait till I get my second Lambo before I can tap into the Bitcoin.
Yeah, you know how it is. Oh wait, you don't. Sorry. This is all alien to you, I guess. But no.
Oh yeah, Zach's one of the pores.
I like how you said that before we were talking to the pores. If you put the in front of it, it just makes everything sound terrible. Yeah, you're stupid. Oh, you're one of the stupids. It's like it adds to it.
I think after the freak show runs its course, Big Money Darkness should be a thing.
No, I think that's gimmick infringement. Big Money Mike's already a thing, so.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, but he's not smart enough to like. I know he probably listens, but he's not smart enough to like copyright that. So he's probably got the idea now.
Now he'll be paying me money. How do you think I made my fortune? I go around fucking copywriting everyone else's gimmick, and then they gotta pay me if they want to use it. So.
Big Money Darkness.
That's right. Big
Tell
money.
Kids they could be whatever they want, except you can't because you can't be me. Big Money Darkness.
Yeah. So
referring to the fans as the pores.
The pores. That's a good gimmick, you know. If I go out there during this long hiatus, I was worried about catching something from you people already, and then look at what you've done. Look what you did to society, you pores. Look at this. Yeah, I mean that would go over well in our fucking established places.
I cashed in that GameStop stock. Yeah. And now I am Big Money Darkness. Shit, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, I'm on the copyright website as we speak.
I'm gonna copyright claim you, motherfucker.
Shit, yeah. That's like Gene Simmons from Kiss. That fucking guy, he's smart, but he's an asshole. he goes around copywriting the most insane shit, and then people like he copyrighted a money bag with the money symbol on it. Like you see that shit in DuckTales and stuff all over the place. He decided to go and fucking copyright that image. So now if anyone uses it for anything worthy, he gets money. He gets a kickback. So
Gene Simmons is like the human equivalent of Scrooge McDuck.
Oh yeah, it's like I could see him buy the rights to Happy Birthday and then show up to an 8-year-old's party and fucking ask for money.
It's like, no, we're stopping this shit right now. Then fucks the kid's mom.
Yeah, because that's what Gene Simmons do.
Dude, if you grew up during a certain point in time, there is a very high chance that your mom either fucked Ric Flair, Gene Simmons,
Timberland.
or yeah.
Yeah, one of those three men. Are you
like
my
all
daddy?
Of our moms probably fucked one of those men at one point.
Yeah, good God. I don't know. My mom was I think like Boston and Chicago and stuff like that. I don't think she's really big into Kiss, but it's possible. I don't know.
Was she a big wrestling fan?
No, actually. When I first started watching wrestling, she was really into the Rockers, and that was when she got into wrestling. So, but she picked the wrong horse in that race. She went for Marty Jannetty.
That Marty Jannetty's going places.
Yeah, she's like, "Ooh, Marty Jannetty's cute." I'm like, "What? No, these are wrestlers. What are you talking about? They're not cute. They're this is weird." But yeah, growing up without a father, it was like our bonding thing. My mom in wrestling and shit like that. So she was in it for a whole nother. I was, I'm sure, but
Did you ever see the Rockers promo from like I think it was Survivor Series 80? The Ultimate Warrior, the Rockers, and are cutting a promo.
No, I don't. I mean, I probably seen it. I just don't remember it.
It's you'd remember it because for some reason I say some reason I don't know why, but because I definitely do know why. The Ultimate Warrior's running around him like duct taping him up.
Okay, now that you say that, I do remember it. Had to get a little bit more specific.
He has the sniffles.
Oh yeah, it's got post-nasal drip. Fucking guy. Can you imagine like today wrestling and having some crazy fucker in the locker room? I mean, we kind of do. I mean, there's a couple of people that aren't like quite all there, but they're just a little out there. Having to work with that guy and he just never breaks gimmick and he's just fucking warrior all the time. That would be interesting to have to deal with. But
hi, Petrov.
You said I didn't say it. That's who I was thinking though. But yeah, people they get really into the gimmick, man. So
yeah, like it's not as like crazy and Wild West as it used to be, because it used to be like the Wild West where you know people bringing guns and shit and just mountains of cocaine everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it before, the Undertaker's comments about it being softer, and that's not a bad thing. I thoroughly enjoy going into a locker room and knowing that I'm not going to get fucking shot for missing a spot in the match. It's a lot nicer. Like, people are more personable, and it's not as protected as it once was, and people aren't artificial badasses, and they're not trying to front and everything. So he might have said that comment and people took it badly. I'm fucking grateful that it's not like that. I'd have gotten stabbed long ago.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you would have gotten a fucking beer bottle like smashed and slid across the throat by now. And that's from the fans, not anyone in the locker room.
I was gonna say I would have gotten the roll of quarters Dynamite Kid treatment.
Oh yeah, some of the shit that fans used to do to wrestlers back in the day. I mean, the cups full of piss and stuff is one thing, but chucking batteries and shit at people, and then didn't Roddy Piper get stabbed? Like, shit.
Everybody got stabbed back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the fans are softer, the wrestlers are
You got
softer, and you know what? I'm
you
okay with that.
you watch anything from like the 70s and the 80s, and they're walking like they're walking through the crowd like WCW or WCCW. Um, they're walking through the crowd, and you can tell they have like a hand, an arm around their waist, just so nobody fucking stabs them.
Yeah, yeah, that's fucking insane. But yeah, I for one am grateful that it's. Yes, I'm glad that they're back there playing video games rather than cleaning their guns. Fuck all
Rather
that.
than guns.
Yeah, that's. But well, it's gonna be a little bit different because I don't know. I'll be the constant through the episode, so we may discuss half of the shit that we usually do, and then rediscuss it with V. I don't, but V doesn't really pay attention much to video game news, so that's when he kind of zones out, and then you zone out for like everything else. So it might work out well for an episode. I only got a couple of things here. So, but first and foremost,
I got a few.
Our rest in peace of the week. We got Yapet Koto. The name sounds crazy, but if you've seen Aliens, sorry, you know who I'm about. So he passed away this week. He's really big with Alien, yeah. But the one that I remember him from is Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. That was like one of his big deals. So.
Oh, I didn't know he passed. Oh
Yeah.
wait, yes I did. Yes I did.
Yeah, that's the only one I knew of that was like pop culture. I mean, he was fucking Alien, so he's a big deal.
Yeah, this is the most depressing segment we have that we've gone on for like every week.
Yeah, I always hate it when you in the wrestling business you get a 10 bell for somebody who's passed. So we're not going to give 10 bells.
There's that point in like 2015 where we're going out every week for a 10 bell.
Yeah, and it's I mean we celebrate the life of the major stars that everyone knew, and then we'd celebrate the life of indie guys that nobody knew but we all worked with and stuff like that. So you walk out and go, oh, Nikolai Volkov and, some random guy from the next town over that everyone's like, who? But you fucking work with them, and that's what you get. That's your last mention of and your last bit of respect you get out of the business. And someone hears that you pass, you get a 10 bill. So yeah, but it's weird because you don't know that these people are gone until you know what they've been doing or what they've been up to. So it's just kind of crazy. You'd see him pop up every now and then. And the funny story about him, he was actually offered the role of Lando Calrissian. Turned it down because he didn't want to be associated with sci-fi as much, because he had Alien and he had there's another big sci-fi one that he was in. I don't remember. So he turned down a couple of major roles in order to not get typecast. But interesting. So I found out when I was going through his obituary. They had a little news segment on him. So rest in peace. And yeah. We got messages here.
Is your are you using a different mic this week?
Yeah, I'm back on my headset. Is it too loud, too soft? What do you need? It's what?
Huh?
Is something wrong with my audio?
Cutting in and out really bad.
That's funny because you were too for me, but I don't
know if it's my internet fucking up or.
I'm gonna go with your internet because I'm not hearing you sometimes. I don't know. Constant professionals.
I can't even understand you now. What?
I don't know. I can't. You're cutting out a little bit on me, but I'm just gonna say it's your internet because it's a reoccurring issue with your internet. Okay.
I know because I live out in the boonies.
Well.
Here, give me a second. I'm gonna go out and go back in.
Let me pause it. Hold on. All right. Hopefully your technical difficulties are over. I'm not going to edit any of this out because I don't want to.
Oh, good.
I got a 4-hour fucking movie to watch ahead of me. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything else. This episode might not even air on time, for God's sake. So,
Oh, like it's a 4-hour movie, but I'm betting it's. Oh, we're talking about the new Justice League, by the way.
no, I was
Uh,
gonna watch Roots. No,
oh,
I'm kidding. We're talking about
it's
Justice League.
it's a little bit. It's only a little bit less depressing.
Yeah. But yeah, Justice League
I don't know.
dropped. How do you feel
I
about
don't
that?
think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be any. It's getting good reviews, but I don't think it's gonna be much different. Because what like they changed up the dumb mustache thing.
You see, I never noticed it originally, so I don't know.
I
I don't know if it
I
was
noticed
terrible.
it.
Did you? You big on Henry Cavill's face? He's like, that's not his
I
right
think
lip.
about I think about Henry Cavill's mouth. Um, Almost on a constant basis. Usually his mouth is doing things,
Oh.
but I could tell when his mouth is like in a weird placement because they had to Photoshop a mustache out.
Was this the very beginning where he's talking to those kids on the they're like got the little handheld camera and they're talking to him?
There was that, and then there was another point where I can't remember where it was where he was flying and it looked fucking terrible.
Okay. It's like, they can bring fucking Mark Hamill back, DH him like 40 years, but they can't get fucking Henry Cavill's mustache off of his face.
Well, this was also before all the weird deep fake shit was like huge too. I think this is like the infancy of that kind of technology.
Okay. Well, yeah, so we got 4 hours of Justice League to watch. It just dropped. We're recording this on Thursday, so the day of. V, we'll probably talk about it more when he gets on. Stayed up until midnight to watch it when it came out.
Nah,
Stayed up and
like I said before, I'm a professional bartender, and to kind of date where this podcast is, yesterday was St. Patty's Day. I came home last night and just collapsed.
yeah. So what do they put in green beer to make it green?
So we have leprechauns backstage, or not backstage, but back behind the counter, and we grab them and we put them in like the juicer.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and so throughout the year, a lot of bartenders, especially it's easier now on Facebook now that we could have big events. We all plan trips to Ireland and we harvest leprechauns, and then we catch them and we feed them. We keep them in cages. It's relatively humane, but since they aren't like technically people, we just keep them in cages, fed, watered, and then once a year we just pretty much commit genocide.
Nice. So like when they stick their head out to get some of their food, you put the little neck thing down on them and then smack them in the head with a hammer. They're good to go. Just blend them up.
I
Sounds
mean,
good.
I prefer to do it live because I feel like it adds to the festivities, but whatever.
Yeah. So I went to Krispy Kreme and got the Oreo filled donut that was green. That was the
Why
extent of my St. Patrick's Day.
why would you do that? We're trying to lose weight and look like wrestlers again because we've all been sitting down on our asses for the past year.
It was treat day. Fuck you. McDonald's doesn't have Shamrock Shakes anymore. How weird is that?
What?
But
Wait,
yeah.
no, I went to. Okay, I'm totally fucking exposing myself. I went to McDonald's last night and they had it up on the menu.
Well, it's because you're out in the boonies. They probably don't even know. They don't. They didn't get the memo. They're still waiting for the carrier pigeon. It's the same McDonald's that has the full fucking playland with the fucking hamburger and the fucking Mayor McCheese cage on the pole out there. So yeah, I mean, how
Yo,
that thing's like
we
stuck back
just
in
got the
time.
McRib and it is awful.
Yoga mat slathered in barbecue sauce.
Mmm, my
V's
favorite.
contacting us.
I know I saw.
Yeah, so sorry guys. Trying to get updates from him and see if he's going to get on here, and
He's
he's scrutinizing our
he
conversations.
yeah he's still holding up the show even though he's not here.
It's amazing the power he has over this thing.
I could almost hear his breathing.
Just stick your head in a toilet bowl and try to inhale. That's what it sounds like. So
um,
yeah, so
well,
we got
since we're kind of going all over the place, did you see that the new Venom movie is got a release date?
no, I did not see that. What is the release date for Venom 2
September 20th or September 17th
of this year?
of 2021.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. You have any hopes for what they're gonna do with it, or any ideas
Well,
what they're gonna do?
it's called Venom. There will be carnage, so we know that carnage will be there somehow.
Yeah, that's good because they've been waiting to shit Carnage out somehow in a movie for years.
If
And
if they do a Carnage movie and it's not rated R, I'm gonna be very upset.
this is the thing where it being Sony actually comes into play, and it being a good thing. Um, they're
Yes.
kind of going back and forth with each other, Disney and Sony, which they held up Spider-Man for a while, and everyone was all pissed about it. But then they came to an agreement, and they're playing nice. So I'm actually looking forward to this kind of Sony Marvel verse. I mean, I don't know about
Yeah.
Jared Leto with Morbius. It could be okay. It could just be fucking Jared Leto being Jared Leto in face paint again for 2 hours. But if it's decent, I'll be happy. I mean, Morbius is one of
Speaking of
those.
which,
What?
shout out to the guy who stole our joke about Morbius on the cartoon show being way more disturbing than an actual vampire.
Yeah, a lot of people have been stealing our shit. Like DC now has a comic book club, so fuck DC. I trademarked all of it, so they'll be paying me money now. Oh,
Big money darkness.
So I'm in my glorious fortunes. Yeah, but yeah, we talked about it. It's like he had little vaginas on his hands and he would just go around sucking plasma. It's worse than being a vampire, you know.
It was awful. Like that scared me way worse than any Blade movie where he's just like, I need your plasma, and he like puts his hand on you and all the little holes on it are like opening and closing like fish that like you take out of the water.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel. That's like shit right there. Some kind of body horror.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah, that's here, kids, enjoy. Go buy our shit.
We can't have Morbius sucking people's necks, but here's his weird hand vaginas.
And the way he would say plasma was fucking epic. I think that was the biggest thing that came out of that show that I remember. That and in X-Men, whenever Colossus would scream for his sister, Ileana. It's just those two like sound clips just stick with me from the '90s cartoons.
That and then whenever Wolverine's like battle cry
Oh yeah,
from the cartoon.
yeah, that's good stuff. Fucking '90s cartoons are
Jesus.
visit that and Ninja Turtles too. Those are all good. But yeah, Morbius is strange because he's a vampire, but he couldn't get through the Comic Code Authority back in the day, so they made him a living vampire, and he didn't get turned into a vampire through traditional means, and his whole backstory convoluted just so they could jump over the Comic Code Authority hurdles of the day. And it's gonna be interesting to see how the movie goes, and just I hope Jared Leto doesn't Jared Leto the whole thing, and
Oh, he will.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Like he did with Joker, and I guess he's got a huge part in Justice League now, the Snider cut. So we'll see how that all goes too.
It'll actually. I take that back. It'll be interesting because it's not. It is weirdo Jared Leto, but now it's like he's got his long hair cult leader Jared Leto.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun watch over 4 days because I'm only gonna get through about an hour of it at a time. So
I'll probably watch it tomorrow or something.
yeah, well tomorrow we got Falcon and the Winter Soldier showing up, so that's cool.
Fuck, that's right.
Yeah, we got too much shit going on. It's feast or famine. Went through a lot of years with nothing. There's almost too much. So, remember when the fucking Dolph Lundgren Punisher was the best we could get?
Shit.
Come a long way. So, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, remember when nobody thought Iron Man was gonna catch on?
Yeah. When Robert Downey Jr., he's just some drug addict.
That dude's washed up. How the fuck is he gonna play Tony Stark? Oh, he's awesome at it.
Mm-hmm. It changed the character so much, too. And for the good reasons. I mean, when I was reading Iron Man comics, it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
And Tony Stark was basically like a poor man's, rich man's, I guess, I don't know, Bruce Wayne. He was just that kind of, I'm rich.
I'd say he was kind of like the Marvel's version of Bruce Wayne, but he was more of a cock.
Yeah, he was kind of dickish. And
I remember, like, I didn't like him or Black Panther because they're both kind of assholes.
yeah, the movie versions of a lot of these characters have made me enjoy the character a lot more.
Yeah.
Iron Man being one of them, Tony Stark specifically, because he brought personality to Tony Stark, and Tony Stark was kind of a one-dimensional. I'm rich. Oh, I have alcohol issues too, so now I'm special. But they couldn't have gotten a better actor to play him. I don't think it was almost like he was. He knew what the fucking character went through. And another one, I enjoy Chris Evans' version of Captain America more than I do the comic version. Because the comic version is very wooden. He's like, oh, let's go, Avenger! It's that kind of, chest puffed. America!
I'm American!
Yeah. I mean, I understand patriotism. I understand all that kind of, man at a time. But I think Chris Evans brought more of a personality to it. And it's easier to do that in a film.
Who wants to sock Hitler on the jaw and fucking apple pie? I do, because I'm Captain America.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like I said, he's so one-dimensional and boring in the comics. I mean, until recent years. But Chris Evans' version I like a lot more. So, but yeah, Michael Keaton's Batman's better than anything. And I'd read it brought more personality to Bruce Wayne, which is weird because he really didn't do much. But
that's the thing that what makes again two old people talking about how their stuff was better back in the day. That's the thing about what makes Michael Keaton's Batman so much better is that, like, the big problem I had with Christian Bale's Batman was, like, he'd feel an emotion and then they'd go into a 15-minute dialogue about why he felt this emotion, what the emotion is, blah, 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 blah. Michael Keaton's Batman felt the emotion, and you could tell through, like, body language and facial expressions the conversation he had in his head.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to him coming back. But yeah, you look at Clooney and Kilmer, and you're like, what the? They just didn't do anything for the character,
I think Clooney could have been a killer Bruce Wayne if the movie was better.
Yeah, that's another thing too. If the movies had been better, I'm sure that we would have gotten a lot more out of the actors. But it was just a paycheck for a lot of them.
It wasn't Joel Schumacher showing up and, all right, everybody, we're doing the toy commercial, so here's your checks. Go get drunk.
Yeah, and it breaks my heart too because he was the director of The Lost Boys, so it's like you see what he could do, but you had studio interference being like, okay, we're marketing this like Saturday morning cartoons. We're selling shit. That's what we're doing. So, and that's my one. Yeah. You beat me to it. So, yeah, got in that Lost Boys reference.
Vampires. Holy fuck!
I know. Anyway, we got to figure out how to get Game of Thrones in there somehow. But
fucking Kit Harington's gonna be in a Marvel movie, so we could fit it.
Oh yeah, we talked about. He's gonna be Black Knight.
Oh yeah, he's all 4'2" of him.
He's not a very large man by any means, he's no mountain.
I mean, like he's in great shape, but like when Sansa, he's got that picture of what's her name, Sophie Turner and Gwendolyn Christie, where he's standing next to him, and he comes like up to like Gwendolyn Christie's elbow.
Yeah. I wish there was more Captain Phasma. Damn it, that would have been awesome. But one
There's
of the
comics, there's books.
yeah, but I mean, screen
She's
time.
this generation's Boba Fett. They're gonna get a show. We're gonna get a show 20 years down the line where like she's gonna show up in like all fucked up armor,
That would be awesome. Actually, I would watch that.
and
I'd
she's gonna
watch
be
the hell out of it.
she's gonna be all fat and doughy and kicking stormtroopers' asses.
It was the robe that he wore. It wasn't him. God, stop it! You're ruining everything. Oh man.
Tatooine food must be awesome.
When I went to Disney World before all the shutdowns and shit like that, it was like the December before that. They had Star Wars Galaxy Edge all set up, and they had all this weird ass Star Wars ish food. So
Yep.
they had like tauntaun kebabs and shit like that.
Yo, I'd eat the shit out of a tauntaun.
Actually pretty good. But the thing that
What Star Wars animal would you eat?
I don't know.
Like, I'd definitely eat a tauntaun. Bantha's probably pretty good.
Bantha. What was that fucking snow creature that smacked the shit out of Luke in Empire?
A wampa?
A wampa. There you go. Usually I'm good at this stuff, but Celsius Crumb kebab or Celsius Crumb fucking wings. I go for that. Just put him in. Just because of his fucking that weird elephant thing, that blue elephant. I'm sure there's some good meat on that.
The one that Luke milked?
No. The one that was part of the band at the.
Oh, now we're talking about eating sentient creatures. Okay.
Oh, okay. So we're just eating unscented. Sorry.
Because I'll eat Jabba the Hutt because there's a lot of probably good like fattiness on that one, a lot of good flavor.
If I could eat anything from the Star Wars trilogy, I'd Princess Leia.
You know.
Yeah,
I was trying to stay away from it.
Covered and slathered in metal bikini. Yeah.
Princess Leia in 1982 or now?
Well, now it's probably a little gamey, but yeah.
Jesus.
You fucking said it, not me. You brought it up. But yeah, if you could eat any creature from a fictional universe, what would you pick?
The real person who died.
No, not
boy, it's
now.
like jerky now.
God.
Nim, 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 nim.
Shit. But yeah, so you gotta find something now. New subject. Did you hear? I don't think V would appreciate or understand. Jupiter's Legacy is getting a series on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah. So interesting. So we should probably read up on that eventually. Before I've read some of it. I don't know if you have. I know V hasn't, so force him to read it before it comes out.
We'll have to hold him down.
Yeah.
Holy shit! So, full stop. There's a small town in Dorset, England, that's putting on a stage musical of Alien.
These stage plays that they turn into musicals, like they did it with Evil Dead, and I would have loved to have seen it, but why is it a musical? Like, what do you fucking sing about?
Oh no, it's eating me.
Yeah. I have a tummy ache. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess.
I mean, you got to be creative with it. I guess it's pretty good.
I don't know if I brought it up or not, but I kind of like the theater. I've gone to many a plays in the years.
I've done lots of theater in my
yeah.
life. You're not.
Oh, people are all like, "Oh, that's so weird," but yeah. Phantom of the Opera, of course, is my favorite, but I've seen it in Vegas and shit like that. But some of these stage plays the effects and stuff are so crazy for something that's live.
I did theater in my college days. I tried to do a little bit like local theater, but I just don't have the fucking time with it.
Yeah.
With wrestling and shit. I did one of the. I was kind of like the stunt coordinator on a play. Over in McMinnville, I had to teach all the people how to bump.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, with the stage plays that I've seen, the big production ones and stuff like that, I could see them having a decent alien-looking creature and effects for a
I
stage
mean, you just got
play.
to get creative with it.
Yeah, I saw Sweeney Todd, and it was one of those ones where they didn't use the real blood; they used like those streamers. Whenever they do blood, they like throw out
Yep.
a red streamer. I'm like, all right, that's less
See,
messy. So
that was that. No, I got to do it in college. I did Sweeney Todd, and we used the little felt marker. They Jimmy rigged like a pretty decent looking razor, and they put the red marker felt on that.
okay,
So whenever you cut someone's throat, it'd just be a red mark right across their throat.
yeah, it's funny to me that theater and wrestling almost go hand in hand with the kind of gimmicks and shit that we come up with.
Oh yeah.
For the most part, none of our shit's gimmicked as far as barbed wire or chairs or whatever. But you come up with some shit for effects, especially with us in the freak show. We got to come up with some stuff sometimes. Like the skull that I walk around with. I almost burnt the fucking ring down because of the fire thing. It smokes. And the
Oh
fire
yeah.
thing fell out and lit the fucking canvas on fire. And luckily, Meat was out there to put the fire out before it got too big. So yeah, I mean,
Didn't you?
stage productions and wrestling are hand in hand.
Was it? Was it you who had the fire book also?
No, I didn't have the fire book. I had a book, but it didn't. It didn't do the flames or anything. I think that might have been Void, because he did
Yeah,
that
I know.
fire. He did the fire
Him and
gimmick with the fire
he did
fist.
yeah, he had the fire fist, and he had a fire sword also, which was pretty cool. Until one time, him and Damon Scythe tried to, like, he pulled out the sword and it lit on fire. He showed me how he did it once with like he took apart a taser, and it was kind of cool. But he took it out, lit it on fire, and Damon got the idea to fire breathe on it with like alcohol. But he didn't realize that shit's gonna come back in your face, and it burnt off his fucking goatee.
See, I have been waiting for a show that I can do my fire breathing at, but we've always been indoors. And then
I just
the car
I don't like to
show,
fuck with fire.
it's not too bad. You just got to make sure you're not facing the fucking wind when you do it, because that'll fuck you up real quick.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with fire. I don't fuck with electricity.
Yeah, well, I don't do much with electricity, but fire's another thing. So
Ooh, as long as we're talking about dumb wrestling shit, did you see the AEW exploding ring?
yeah, the one that we talked about last week.
Oh, did we? Okay, never mind.
You zone the fuck out, don't you?
I zoned the fuck out, and then I just like don't think about it for a week because I'll have people like. I have a friend of mine who texts me. She's just like, "Hey," because we got some stuff on the Eminem thing wrong, and she's a huge Eminem fan.
Oh,
And
okay.
she's like, "You guys got some things on the Eminem stuff wrong." I'm like, "Oh, we talked about Eminem."
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize this is improv. We just fucking off the cuff, man. We don't have. I mean, we got a
This is
couple of talking points, but that's it.
wait. You don't have a script?
No, I never. Call it in the ring, brother. That's what I do. Like
Yeah,
I
me
said,
too.
I got talking points. That's about it. But
Yeah, I don't like.
what do we
This
get
is
wrong?
this is. I don't remember.
Oh, so it's not just the show. It's whenever people are interacting with you. Period. You just fucking zone out.
Look, I've been a professional wrestler for about 12 years, and there's a lot of scar tissue up there.
Yeah, someone starts talking to you, and you're like, uh huh. Henry Cavill's mouth. And then you just fucking dip out, and you're gone.
As soon as I start thinking about Henry Cavill's mouth or Michael B. Jordan's chest, that's it.
Oh man. So did you think about his chest in Black Panther? He had all little scars and shit on it. Was that
Oh man,
your?
I wanted just.
Oh, he's in S&M. All right. Is that what you were thinking?
I went blind. I wanted to read Braille with my penis.
Damn. All right, you put some thought into
Oh man,
this.
it's
I
like
don't.
it's
I
like
don't think
Rick
you're
for her
lying.
pleasure.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not saying I don't want to tit fuck Michael B. Jordan when he's wearing his Black Panther gimmick, but I definitely do.
Oh, he fucking threw us off course again. What the fuck were we talking? Oh, Eminem. We got Eminem wrong. What before that? We were talking. Oh, the exploding ring. Or exploding
Yeah.
death match.
No, because this time I actually got a chance to like see it though.
Yeah, it's like I
Because
said. It's exactly like the King of the Death match with Terry Funk and Cactus Jack.
no, because that one like Terry Funk like knew it was shit and he just like got up and shrugged like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
Uh, what's his name? Eddie Kingston?
Or Kenny Kingston from the Psychic Hotline.
John
That's an old.
Moxley.
That's
Kenny.
an old.
No, the
Kenny
guy who
Omega.
like they're like counting. Shut up. The guy who was like in the ring with John Moxley and like tried to shield him.
Yeah. The Shield? You
And then
mean Dean Ambrose? Seth Rollins?
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the guy that came out to protect him. I don't follow
And then
AEW
like
close enough.
the ring explodes and it's just like a couple sparklers and a smoke bomb and the guy rolls off like he's selling it.
Well, it's gotta suck because you go out there, you act like it's going to be a big deal. You're laying on top of something. Moxley didn't see what the fuck happened. The other guy didn't see what the fuck happened. And then it's like, and you're like, what just fucking happened there? So, I hope they revisit it again another time and they do it right.
They just use the same hydraulics they use when like the Big Show and Brock Lesnar broke the ring.
Yeah, they've done that a couple times, but it's just they hit the button and it collapses the whole thing. Like something like that would have been cool. Rumors going around is WWE is possibly toying with the idea of doing the same thing with
I hope so.
The Fiend and Randy Orton, but having it go off better and maybe making it a cinematic match for WrestleMania so that if it does fuck up, they can be like, oh, no, film it again.
Well, I was gonna say, the multi-billion-dollar company will probably end up doing it better because they do all their shit in like separate takes.
Yeah,
but so. it kind of sucks because I remember watching the one match with Randy Orton, and he gets a cut on his cheek. Do you remember this one? During the match, he gets a cut on his cheek that was just like completely improvised, that just completely happened. He's like, oh fuck, and then it cuts to black and then it pops up and there's Alexa Bliss fucking with him, but he has no cut on his cheek.
Oh yeah, there was I want to say it was the fuck, I don't even remember now. They had a match and I was there live. It was in San Jose, and I'm sure Sign Guy, if he still listens, is like, oh, but it was Randy Orton and The Fiend, and it was the one where they were the House of Horrors. So,
oh yeah,
they started off, and we're in San Jose, so it's, West Coast time zone and everything. It's still bright as day. Because it is day. It's like almost, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock. So the sun's up and everything, and then it cuts to them in this match, and it's fucking pitch black. And they're fighting in this house, and then they get in the car and they drive. And I'm like, they're fucking driving through different time zones because it went from dark and then they come back to the arena and it's still light outside and they continued the match there. But it was just so funny because they filmed that shit way before. Yeah. And then they try to blend it together, but they didn't take any consideration they're on the West Coast, so they literally traveled back in time in order to get to where they were.
It's weird because I just watched WrestleMania 12. Was it 12? Where Goldust and Roddy Piper did the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. They spliced in the footage from the O.J. Simpson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you know they're trying to get Roddy Piper to wrestle O.J. Simpson on that one?
Really? I remember
that
it was
the original plan.
One of the plans was Piper and Razor Ramon, or not Razor Ramon and Goldust. But Razor Ramon got all pissy about Goldust's character, so he didn't want anything to do with him.
Thing,
yeah,
which was hilarious.
Oh yeah, because it's fucking Dustin Rhodes. Everyone knows Dustin since he was a kid, but they're like, yeah.
No, I can't have this guy rubbing on me and everything.
And then the Ahmed Johnson incident. Where,
That one's hilarious.
that one's great
So for
because
those of you listening, because we sometimes forget we're recording a podcast. Gold Dust, Dustin Rhodes, is a how they put it, androgynous character
yeah,
from like the early '90s, and it really tapped into that early '90s homophobia. And Ahmed Johnson, who's a giant, proud black man. I guess they discussed it like beforehand, where like he was knocked out and Goldust was going to give him CPR, but Goldust said, "No, I'll put my hand over your mouth, so it looks like I'm giving you CPR, but we're not really touching." And Ahmed Johnson was like, "Oh yeah, sure." Uh, it cuts in, and that didn't happen.
yeah, yeah. He's
Like the
full
camera
on.
zooms in, and Goldust is just fucking goes for it.
Yeah, Ahmed Johnson was not fucking happy. He popped right the fuck up and just started beating the shit out of Gold Dust. He was pissed. He lost shit right there in the ring. So,
It was kind of hilarious, yeah.
but yeah. So
I
there's your
I do remember like you remember Gold Dust, like this is how shitty the mid '90s were. His big like face turn was like him admitting he wasn't gay.
you had the interview with Jr.
Or yeah, fucking Gold Dust, are you gay? And he just like the Ultimate Warrior, no,
Yeah, that's
and the
right.
crowd cheers.
Oh, thank God he's not gay. Oh, yay. Yeah. Can you imagine that gimmick today? And if you said yes, how much that would have made him the face? You know?
Yeah.
Yes, it would have changed everything. You know?
Yes.
That would have been. They've screwed up like homosexual storylines so much over the years, like Billy and
Oh,
Chuck. I remember that shit, and then
that shit was huge.
yeah, like tuning in for their wedding was like a big fucking. And then they pulled the carpet out from under that.
Which, by the way, is the coolest reveal ever. Where like, there's just this weird little imp reverend who's doing the wedding,
Hmm.
and then he pulls off the mask and it's Eric Bischoff, like some fucking soap opera.
Yeah, that was
That was
fucking
fucking cool. That was the best part of that thing. Besides the
Billy.
fact that Glad was really mad at WWE because all of a sudden Billy just goes, "Oh, I'm not gay. We're just doing this for a paycheck."
Yeah, and WCW had the West Hollywood Blondes. You
Oh,
remember that
yeah.
gimmick?
It was Lodi,
Yep. And
and who's the other guy?
Lenny Lane.
Yeah,
And
that one was that.
the sad fact is they still are pushing that gimmick on the indies to this day.
Fuck, really?
Yes, they still get booked at the West Blondes, and they're still acting the part and everything else. I'm
I
like,
feel like it's a lot more problematic now.
yeah, yeah. So good stuff, you know. There's our wrestling corner. I don't know what else to say about wrestling. You know, WrestleMania coming up next month, so
Um, fuck, really?
yeah,
I did not know
March,
that.
March, April, yeah. So we got
We're
Fastlane, and then we got WrestleMania.
I do not pay attention.
Like,
Um,
kind of a big deal because they're gonna have crowds now for WrestleMania. That's the big,
oh, good.
they're in Florida, so
I hope so.
half capacity or whatever. But they're starting
Um,
to do that here in Oregon. I guess the soccer is real big here in Oregon for some reason, and they're starting. I think it's 25% capacity at the arenas if they're outdoors. So, and then 50% capacity for music venues or 100 people, whichever one's fewer. So, okay,
well,
we're
most
getting
indie
there.
promotions. I was gonna say most indie promotions in Oregon struggle to bring in 50, so I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. BCW's had some pretty decent shows, so
Oh, BCW, we're drawing in like 300 at a time, but like we're the
standing room,
exception.
standing room only for some of those shows
Hanging
now.
from the rafters.
Yeah, pretty cool. I think of that Piper Palooza. No, was it Piper Palooza? We had Honky Tonk and Kevin Sullivan. That was like the biggest show I remember us having.
I
So
don't remember.
No, V does because he fucked up his knee, but
I don't think I was at that. Oh no, I don't think I was at that one. Maybe
oh,
I was.
it was right after your refrigerator incident, so he might not have.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because they were mad at me because I put a belt in the refrigerator.
yeah. Well, it was the NWA belt, so it wasn't just our company that was involved. It's because they'd have been
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's just Zach, it's fine," because BCW manager is pretty laid back about that kind of stuff. But
No,
this was
I
involved.
had people. I had people really mad at me about that one.
Really?
Oh
Fuck.
yeah, I'm not
Oh,
naming names, but there's a couple of the older guys who were really pissy about me with that one, and it even matter that I just kind of blew it off.
yeah. Well, there you go. There's a little bit of local mythology of the incidents that happened. So, I'll bring this up with you because I think you're watching it too.
Hmm.
Watching Resident Alien?
Yes, I love that show.
Yes, my dad had told me about it. He's like, "Hey, you need to watch this. You need to watch this." I was like, "All right, all right. I'll try and find a way to watch it." Blah blah. It finally dropped on Peacock. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll start watching this." I'm liking it. It's based off a comic.
I
I don't know if you read the comic beforehand.
I did not. I'm gonna go find it, but like I love Alan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Tudyk,
Yeah, I've loved him since I watched him in Dodgeball,
Steve the
and then
Pirate.
Steve the Pirate, and then like
Arr, yeah.
Tucker and Dale, and then you do a deep dive on him, and he's done all this other shit,
Oh
and then
yeah,
it's like,
he's
yeah,
been around forever.
this guy's probably like my second favorite actor now, and
Behind Peter Stormare.
Peter Stormare.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Fucking
You have
Peter
got to watch
Stormare.
Wind Talkers for his fucking awful American accent.
Uh, I might. I might.
Was I talking to you about it?
Possibly. I think I'm the only person that knows what the fuck you're talking about when you say Peter
No,
Stormare.
because
So,
I talked to my wife. I talked to her about it a lot, but I'm pretty sure she just zones out while I just make weird Peter Stormare noises.
nice. Okay.
Because like it's a Nicolas Cage movie. It's a World War II movie, and they walk in and he's just sitting there eating like pickled herring. But like, howdy everybody. I'm one American general, and I'm eating this pickled fish.
Nice. Okay. I will watch it just for that then. What was it? Liam Neeson, that joke in Family Guy where he's playing a cowboy. he's,
Yeah,
he's still got his heavy ass accent, and they made a joke about it in Family Guy. And then his kids told him about it. Like, hey, it's so funny. They made a joke about you on Family Guy, and Liam Neeson's like, what? What are you talking about? And then he's like, watch the scene, and Seth MacFarlane contacted him about being in Thousand Ways to Die in the West, and he's like, only if I can
yeah,
use my accent because I know the joke you
yep.
made. He's like, fuck, okay, let's do this. But yeah, he was the villain in that, and he's just got a heavy ass accent. Like he played it up. He's like, I'm an
Oh yeah.
American cowboy.
Howdy, partner.
Yeah, it's good shit. But
I grew up in Texas.
yeah, yeah. So the first thing I remember Alan Tudyk from was A Knight's Tale, just like Paul Bettany.
Oh yeah.
That's the first thing I remember him in. So that fucking movie spawned a bunch of people that were like all second tier players in the movie itself, but went on to like much better things.
Uh,
So yeah,
yeah,
Paul.
like the main little dorky kid whose name I can't remember now.
Mm,
He
okay.
was in Jeepers Creepers.
Oh,
Is it Justin something?
yeah, Justin. Damn it, you're killing me with this. But yeah, I remember using Tusk. I don't know. Nobody
I mean,
probably
it's not
saw
like
that.
I have a literal supercomputer right in front of me.
Yeah, Justin Long.
Yes.
Yeah, it just came to me. But yeah, so you got Stannis Baratheon. There's your fucking
Was
Game of
he in
Thrones
it?
reference. Yeah, he was Roland. Like the three people that he had helping him, Heath Ledger had in that movie helping him. It was Paul Bettany,
Oh,
Mark
I never
Addy,
saw
and
The
Alan.
Knight's Tale. Never.
What? Okay, you're done.
That's what everybody says to me.
Yeah, well, the soundtrack was a little weird, but it was a decent movie. So,
Only thing I remember was like uh, Robert Baratheon being in is like, oh hey, he was Fred Flintstone.
yeah, Robert Baratheon. Sorry, I say Stannis. That.
Yeah, that's what also threw me off.
Oh, sorry. It's not my thing.
Stannis was the bald one where he was pissy all the time and probably didn't fuck his wife all that much.
Okay. So, yeah. But yeah, so I started watching the show. Back to
Oh, I love
what
it.
fucking started this. So yeah, it's a good show. We'll probably try and get V to watch it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
shit's fucking
1 out of
hilarious.
10 would recommend.
Yeah,
It's oh my god, like the part where like so for those of you who don't know what it is, it's about Alan Tudyk, who plays an alien who crash lands on Earth, takes the form of a doctor, of a local small town doctor, and has to try to solve a murder. And like the alien is like spends like learns English from watching reruns of Law and Order.
yeah,
So that's how he gets his detective skills. And then but like the whole montage of him like trying to learn human ways where like he's trying to sit in a chair.
yeah, yeah. Because he's got elongated legs as an alien. He doesn't know how to
Mm-hmm.
sit. He doesn't know how to do anything. But
He's like fucking up a chicken bone or something trying to eat, and uh the laugh gets me every time.
oh yeah, he's like one of the most socially awkward people in every situation, like a drunk uncle.
I
He
couldn't
just you couldn't
like
let him.
any scene I had with Alan Tudyk where like I had to listen to him laugh like that, I couldn't be in the fucking room.
You just lose it right there. You would fucking
He'd
break face.
fucking Yeah, he'd fucking hate me by the end of the shoot.
Yeah. Or not. I don't know. He seems like a pretty laid back, cool guy, but
Yeah,
who knows? So yeah, I recommend it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's just like I
it's
say.
on Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock now. It was, I think, originally Sci-Fi. So if you have real cable, there you go. But some of the shit. Well, he's a doctor. He's like, "Tell me, Doc, how long do you got? How long do I have?" And he's just like, "Do you like Christmas? Because you should probably celebrate it in June." Yeah, shit like he
That's so
just,
fucking good.
just the shit that the way he talks to people is fucking hilarious. He's doing like
do,
a
do you like Christmas
gynecological,
gifts?
yeah,
Oh, and he takes the fucking selfie.
yeah. He's trying to get light in there so he can see, and
Oh
he
my god.
flips his phone around and takes a picture. And she's like, "Are you taking a picture?" He's like, "No, no, I was taking a selfie."
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, first gynecologist exam. Ching.
yeah. And he's like, "Oh, I see what happened. You sat on an earring." She's like, "No, no, no, no. That's supposed to be there." Oh, okay. So it's that kind of humor, but it's
Oh my god.
hilarious. It's good stuff. The actors in there are great, especially Alan Tudyk. So
Yeah.
I recommend that one. And if he ever gets on this episode,
And
I'll
then a big
him.
plot point is him trying to kill a kid.
Yes, there's one kid in this town that can see him. They can see through
Two.
his. Oh, now there's two. Okay, I haven't gotten that far. Son of a bitch. Okay,
Oh,
I've gotten like the first three episodes. So
that should be in the third episode.
the girl.
Yeah, the little girl can see him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she could see him. So because she went up and knocked the drink over into his lap, and he's like, "What the fuck is this saying? This is bullshit." it's, it's like his fucking catchphrase for the show. This is such bullshit.
my I think my wife loves the show too, but I think she's sick of me going like, "Hi, I'm turning on the normal human cooking stove now."
Yeah, it's good stuff.
he, the kid's dad is sitting there talking to him like, because I guess he's a therapist too or some shit. I don't know,
He's just
but
like the catch-all doctor. Oh, he's doctor, so
yeah,
he's got to be everything, you know?
But he's he's like daydreaming about killing this guy's kid.
Yeah, if this kid can see him and freaks out whenever
He
he sees
cuts
him.
his fucking brakes.
Yeah. Cuts his
Open to kill him.
the brakes on his bicycle.
And
Yeah.
just stands there and smiles looking at the hill. Oh, doctor, there's been an accident with our son. Oh, really? He's trying not to laugh.
The banter between him and the kid is
Oh
fucking
my God.
hilarious. Hey,
I'm fucking
listen here,
crying.
you little shit. You can't talk to me. Those are bad words. He's like, shut up. Yes, fuck you, you big stupid alien. You know, shit, like they just go back and it's
Shut up,
funny.
dickhead.
He's calling like a 10-year-old kid a dickhead. And he's like getting like verbally shown up by a fucking 10-year-old, and he's getting so frustrated that he can't just kill him out in the public.
Oh my God.
It's great. All right, so we fucking talked this one up long enough, I guess.
So if you can't understand, we really like this show, and it comes highly recommended from the Dark Asylum podcast.
Yeah, so
Fuck.
go find it. Resident Alien, good stuff. So I don't know what else we got. I was gonna save this for V. I don't know. You probably don't give two shits. They canceled Batwoman. So
Oh no, the show that I have no urge to watch ever.
yeah, the only problem
Um,
is they're gonna stick Batwoman the character into something else. So all these people that
Oh,
like the
good.
new Superman show, they're like, oh fuck,
She
like
could be
don't put her
brand
in here.
somewhere else now.
Yeah.
As
So
long as we're talking about shit that the other person doesn't give a shit about, they're making a new Life is Strange game.
oh okay, which one was that? Was that the one
Um,
you got like powers or something and you?
yeah, it takes place in Oregon. Hey, and that's kind of what picked it up. But it was like it was good, but the you could tell that the dialogue was written by old men who, hey, this is how teenagers talk.
Yeah.
But the first season was really good, and then after that, it's kind of fucking garbage. So I'm not really excited about this new one. Oh, Life is Strange: True Colors.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have.
The
What's that other? Not Infamous. What is that other? There's some other one where like you're a superhero-ish thing and not Prototype. What the hell is the other one?
I was gonna say there's Prototype, there's Infamous, there's Saints Row 4.
Oh yeah, that too. That was fucking hilarious though. I love that game. But so I asked this question of you in message, but so the I said what's the best Final Fantasy game because there's a sale going on right now, and
6.
you mentioned one that's not available. I was
Really?
like, motherfucker. I think it starts at like they have the 7 remastered one, and then they have like 9, and then 10,
9's really,
11,
really
12. I gotta find it again because I wanted to
good.
get into one, but I haven't played Final Fantasy since Nintendo. So
9's very, very good. 10 is the combat is good, but it's like the first Final Fantasy that had voice acting in it, and you can tell.
ah, okay,
There's the infamous scene where like the main character Titus is Yuna is like she's like all sad and depressed, and for spoiler reasons I won't get into. And Titus is just like, hey, I know you're in a shitty mood, but you know what helps? Just laughing. I don't feel like laughing right now. Oh, just force it out. And there's this fucking awful scene where they're just like force laughing. Ha 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 ha.
oh shit. All right, so I got let's see, it's Final Fantasy X/X2 HD remastered. Life is Strange complete season $3.99. I don't know, maybe I'll get into that.
Get the first one. If it's the first one, get it.
Life is Strange complete season, yeah, $3.99. Final Fantasy XV Royal Edition.
Oh, 15's good.
15. That's the one where it's like the boy band, right? And like,
Yeah, it is. And it's a bunch of hot boys going on a hot boy road trip.
yeah. And then what are the other ones here? There's Life is Strange 2 complete season, but that's $12. La la la. Final Fantasy VI, that's 7. I guess that's the
What?
remake one. Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, it's like I don't. It's, Final Fantasy VII was like everybody's first Final Fantasy because how big it got, but I don't think it was that great.
Okay. So there's Life is Strange Before the Storm, which is $5.
Mm, I mean,
Stick with the
nah.
first one.
Stick with the first season.
It's for $4. May as well. So Final Fantasy 5, 6, 8 remastered. 8 any
Eight's
good?
pretty. Eight's pretty good. It, a lot of people didn't like it because eight was kind of like saving the world story. Because up until that point, all of them were like saving the world. Let's save the world. This one focuses. It's a save the world story, but it focuses a lot more on romance aspect of the story.
Okay.
So a lot of people just didn't like it because girls are gross and fucking won't have sex with me because I'm a huge incel. Meh.
Okay. So Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age.
12's all right.
Okay,
How
what's
much is it?
it's I won't tell me because it's on Game Pass as well.
Oh,
Final Fantasy IX, is that fucking Roman numerals? Is that what the hell is
it's
that?
9.
9? Yeah.
Is there a blonde kid with a monkey tail on it?
There's this weird Orco looking ghost thing.
What? Oh yeah, get that one.
That one's good.
That
Okay.
one's good. That's 9.
9.
Hi
Okay.
everybody, welcome to Game Shopping Corner.
Well, I mean, gotta have shit to talk about, right? Final Fantasy Type O HD. I don't know what the
Don't
fuck
do
that
that one.
is.
That was garbage.
Okay. What else we got? I think that was it for the final. There's one more Final Fantasy because I haven't played, like I said, since Nintendo, and it was all those graphics, and it was like attack, run, hide. Shit like those are
Magic.
your options. Yeah, yeah, magic. All the Deus Exes are on sale too. So yeah,
Did you hear that? Marvel Comics is doing a LGBTQ Captain America for Pride Month.
that was on my list. Yeah, when is
Oh,
Pride Month? I thought we were still in Women's History Month and previously Black History Month. I get the celebration months
I think
confused.
Pride is. We're gonna have people canceling us now because we don't know when Pride Month is.
Well,
I think it's in April. Oh, it's in June.
June. Okay. Just so everyone knows,
I
I work Pride in uh, Palm Springs, so nobody can cancel me. It was okay.
well, I like.
That was a big deal, but like in Palm Springs, Pride Week is huge. So
Yeah,
that's like a thing. It's called the White
I
Party.
don't.
I don't know if they call it the
I don't
White Party
understand.
anymore.
I don't understand why they have to like they could do a gay Captain America story. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. I don't see why they have to make him look like overly
See,
gay.
yeah,
That's
that's the
I
thing
don't
that always gets me.
is like you could. I know plenty of gay men who look like straight men, and I know plenty of straight men who look like gay men. Why does this Captain America? Why can't he be 6'4" and jacked and all this other shit? He has to have a fucking neckerchief and overalls and a nose ring.
And a nose ring, the bull nose ring, if anything, because
Yeah.
I, yeah, I mean the story itself, they've already done it. Like Captain America lost his shield. Can you help him find it? The most juvenile fucking storyline there is. But from what they're saying, it's like almost like a road trip of him trying to find his shield again. And he comes in contact with other Captain Americas, like the Winter Soldier is part of it, and Falcon's part of it, and they're bringing in this new character that
Oh,
a gay Captain America, and he's not even Captain America. It's
so
just he was inspired by Captain America.
yeah, I thought they were gonna do a whole Universe D where like Captain America is gay in this one, but no, he's a character inspired by Captain America, self-proclaimed Captain America of the railways. Aaron has made it his mission to protect runaways and the homeless, even if he doesn't exactly have the powers or resources of Steve Rogers.
Yeah. See, I mean,
Like, isn't there a gay Green Lantern and like they don't fucking make him have a cut off shirts and shit.
Yeah, it's Alan Scott. That was one of those ones that they retroactively went back and said, "Oh yeah, he's gay." I call it the J.K. Rowling's route, where they just like go back later, and go, "Oh yeah, they were gay," but we just didn't say anything. It's like,
What you mean? You mean what J.K. Rowling is doing with all her characters?
yeah, which is so weird because I guess she's canceled for being hating group, but then she turns all of her characters retroactively that way. I don't know, whatever. So
no, she doesn't like she doesn't like trans people is her problem.
oh, okay. So yeah, all right. Well, everybody do everybody, and not like that, but you do you. I could give a shit
No,
less.
I'm do everybody get out there. Just shoot those ropes everywhere you can. That
Like
is my message.
like an X-rated Spider-Man, just fucking shoot that webbing everywhere, baby. Oh yeah.
Just shooting that webbing. I'm Spider-Man. Shooting my webs.
Seriously, though, I don't give a fuck. Do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, I'm okay with it. Whatever.
Like, people put too much fucking effort into this. Like,
Yeah.
why is it anybody else's business what I stick my dick into?
I mean, unless you're working and you're in the back of the kitchen doing that, then that's a whole nother story.
Look, what I do on the clock is my business.
Yeah. I was fucking always just think of you as Tyler Durden in Fight Club. Whenever I think of you, Jeff, I'm just like, oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, get the lobster bisque all nice and creamy.
But yeah, everybody, just fucking be happy. Stop it with this bullshit. Anyway, I mean, I'll probably read it. The story. It's like, I think, 5-issue miniseries.
Yeah, I'll probably read it.
Yeah, it just seems like it's all the people that were inspired by Captain America kind of helping him find his shield. Which, like I said, they already had. I mean, that story's kind of played out, but it'll be nice to see all the people. Like, I remember Cap was Nomad for a while when U.S. Agent took over as Captain, and I remember, Bucky Cap and Falcon Cap and all that shit. So
you remember when the Hulk ripped Wolverine in half, and there was like a 5-issue arc where he had to try to find his dick?
No, I don't remember that one. I remember when he got ripped in half, but I didn't know that they made a special series.
They didn't make a special series. It's just like a side story of him like crawling through the mountains, like just his torso.
Yeah. I do remember that. It was an Ultimate Universe, but yeah.
I don't see why they didn't do what they did with the Deadpool movie, and he just like had baby legs for a minute.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, certain characters with regenerative powers, I don't understand how, like Lobo, he got fucking all of his shit blown off, and he was just like half of a fucking torso. Like, does it grow back, or do you have to find your bottom half, or what the fuck happens with that? I don't know.
And there's our Lobo reference for the episode.
Like, okay, like another thing, like, remember Age of Apocalypse Wolverine? Got his fucking cut off, and then he had a metal cap on it. What the fuck? Why would his hand just grow back, or what the hell's up with that? I don't know. So,
did you ever watch the weird the pilot for the cartoon where he was Australian for some reason?
No, I didn't. I'm watching the manga one, but they brought back the guy who did the 90s X-Men for the voice, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. But, yeah. Is it the manga Wolverine?
Where he's got the yellow and brown suit?
Oh, no. I don't know. I haven't watched that one yet. It's on Netflix.
It was the pilot for the 90s show, and he's got an Australian accent for some reason.
Because whenever the movie does well, they have to change the comics to reflect that. So that's what they did.
Well, no, this was before the movies. This was the pilot for the TV show.
Really? Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. I
Which
didn't know that.
Which is interesting because, Hugh Jackman, who's Australian, played Wolverine for 107 years.
Yeah. Maybe bring back one more time to fight Captain America. I don't get it, but okay. Rumors, everybody. It's just rumors. We don't know for sure. We're not that well connected.
Yeah, I haven't even heard that one. Oh, you're not that well connected. I got connections on my cell phone right now.
Okay.
I'll see what my friend John Goodman's up to.
Just because you Vimo somebody doesn't mean that you're fucking friends with them.
Just because I harass him on Cameo all the time.
Cameo, there you go. Sorry. Vimo, you're sending him money.
I'm sending this millionaire money.
He says we're friends. Okay, whatever.
I harass him on Twitter every now and then.
Yeah, just because they're your Twitter friend doesn't mean you have connections.
Did I ever tell you I was blocked by the Garfield Twitter?
No. What the fuck did you do to deserve that?
Just like every Monday for like 6 months, just harassing him because Garfield's going, oh, it's Monday. I like every Monday I'd like plan like it was the funniest shit to me, like in my head to think, oh, this poor fucking temp is just coming in every Monday, just like, I got to deal with this fucking asshole again because Mondays I'm Garfield. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking cat. You shit in a box. What do you got to complain about? And then next thing I know, I'm blocked.
Jim Davis doesn't even know you exist. It's like his fucking assistant's assistant.
Yeah, it's some fucking unpaid intern who I harassed for 6 months every Monday without fail.
Jesus. Troll level expert.
I have a lot of things when I have a lot of determination when I have my mind set on something.
I don't doubt it.
I want a reaction.
Yeah, you probably have a list of people you harass, or ways to harass people or something that you just fucking adhere to.
I'm only blocked by Garfield and Mauro Ranallo.
Who's that?
Oh my god, the worst WWE announcer.
Oh, okay. I remember
fucking now. Mamma Mia!
Yeah. It's like I know who it is, but I don't remember the name.
God, I fucking hate him so. He makes every NXT match so much more unbearable because he has to just bellow out, "Mamma Mia! Oh, pop culture reference."
Yeah, Like I remember the Spanish announce team more than I remember that guy.
Again, I just give him shit online, and he called me a Twitter troglodyte. And then the final straw was I remember it was like a backlash or something where Alexa Bliss came out dressed as Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I wonder how many stupid fucking pop culture references Mauro Ranallo will make about Alexa Bliss's hair being red and blue. And then, of course, he's just like, oh, the Harley Quinn of the WWE. My Alexa is going off right now because I said Alexa Bliss's name.
Oh, shit, that's what that is.
I was like, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, why is there talking coming from my bathroom?
What? You have Alexa in your bathroom? Look, talk me through this, Alexa. It's going to be a big one. Oh, Jesus. You can do it.
Music when you shower?
You can do it. What?
Push, breathe. Push, breathe.
Fucking Lamaze in the. That's how you do. There you go.
After Thai, I have to.
Taco Tuesdays, man. That'll do it. Thai food, huh? Nice.
Thai food. I love it, but it does not love me.
Goes kicking and screaming the whole way out.
Oh man. Especially like I like it get spicy, and I can't wipe my ass. I have wet wipes for Thai night, and I have to like dab it.
That episode of South Park where they had Chipotle.
Yes.
It's like that kind of. And how you get blood out of your underwear after eating at Chipotle. Yeah.
Wait, you have blood on your underwear, but you're still eating it.
It's so good. I can't. Yeah.
It's really not though.
Well, I guess they got cauliflower rice because if you're keto, it's good. There's only so many places you can eat. But,
I want this disgusting thing that's even more disgusting from this disgusting restaurant.
Yeah, well,
Oh no, there goes that Chipotle sponsorship.
What the South Park special? Did you watch it?
No, that's another thing I've been meaning to get to.
Okay, well then we won't discuss it this episode.
My wife's been hogging the TV because she watches Mayans,
Oh yeah.
the Sons of Anarchy spin off, and just fingers her pussy to all the hot, sexy Mexican men on there. So
I wish I was that motorcycle. Okay. What?
I'm sitting right here. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, you're in the room? Sorry.
You should go watch TV in the room.
Yeah. Don't you have a
Leave me in the
closet
living
to go
room.
talk into?
That's why I can't do
Yeah.
this show by myself. I have a weird existential crisis about me just fucking screaming into my closet.
He's talking to somebody, really. Honestly, it's okay. Uh,
I am not 100% convinced that you and Big V are not like my versions of Tyler Durden.
we don't really exist.
You don't exist. It's just me. I've just been screaming into this closet and oh yeah, we like to pretend Zach has a wrestling group, but he really doesn't.
Yeah. He just goes in there once a week and he's fine the whole rest of the, he's fine.
He
It's
goes in
okay.
there once a week. He screams at a sock monkey and a plastic skull, and like he's fine.
Yeah, that's all we are. It's figments of your imagination.
It's like, except it's like how the narrator always saw Tyler Durden as like the ultimate male. I consider you guys like the opposite of that.
Here we go. Yeah, let's fucking talk down to us. Uh, be interesting to see a wrestling match that we're tagging you, but it's just you. you know, you just reach for a tag and they're like, "Who is he trying to tag?"
What the fuck
Oh,
is happening?
yeah. But all right, well, I guess V's not going to join us, so we're going to have to do a split episode. Anything else you wanted to bring up? Because like the second half of this is going to be kind of rough for everyone else listening, because it's just going to be me and Big V. So,
Whose week is comic book club?
it's mine.
Oh, okay. What are you picking then?
Um,
Or what did you think about what we had?
it was good. I mean, it's a typical Batman crossover story. They're for as many times as they cross them over with other weird properties, this one, I guess the Shadow is probably the closest to being like Batman that they've had from another company. I've seen him cross over with Dredd and the Ninja Turtles and everything like that. So, but it's a typical crossover story. It was good. The artwork was decent.
It don't tell Big V I said this, but yeah, it was good. It was a Batman crossover, which like I liked. So
Yeah. It was fun. It was a fun story. Like I said, the Shadow is very comparable to Batman, and their ideologies are a little bit different. Shadow goes around just killing people. You don't give a fuck. But, so.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, no, don't kill. And Shadow starts fucking with his mind because that's what he does. And
fuck you. I'll kill whoever I want.
But of course, I mean, they get Joker involved. They get, everything they can going because it's not a crossover with Batman unless Joker's there, which kind of bugs the shit out of me. You and I think, have the same mindset where we're just sick of fucking Joker being in everything.
Yes. Like I watched. Did you ever watch the movie they put out with Batman versus the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I did.
And of course, they fit the Joker into it, and then they put the turtle mutagen into everybody.
Yeah.
And they turn him into animals, and for some reason he was a fucking cobra.
Joker Cobra, yeah.
Which, makes sense.
Should have made him a hyena. That would have been better. But, whatever. But yeah. It was good. I liked it. The artwork was good. It was a little long, but other than that, I mean,
no.
Cool. Typical Batman crossover. It was fun. It was Batman. It was, interesting to see the Shadow in a comic book form. I know he's got an ongoing series in another company, but I don't actively seek out the Shadow, so. Yeah, it was fun. It was good. It was a nice choice. So, I'll give you a choice. So whatever you decide of the two I'm gonna pick, I'll make you read it too. There's one. It's called Vampire State Building, and I haven't read it yet. And then there's since we were talking about it, Jupiter's Legacy Volume 1.
I'll do the Vampire State Building.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one because I know you'll just fucking be happy as a pig and shit.
No, I haven't read it. It could suck, so I'm not,
I hope it does.
Yeah, I know, because it's easier for you to fucking talk shit than it is to actually praise anything. But that's you.
I want to laugh in your stupid fucking face and tell you there's never been a good vampire anything.
Okay. I feel sorry for your kids. Like, I can just see them bring up like a macaroni picture, and you're like, "This is fucking terrible," and just slap it out of their hands. It's like a total dick about everything.
See, you say that, but I'm preparing them for the real world.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. You're not special. Slap. Just knock something out of their hand. Look, I drew this picture. It looks like shit. What is this? What is this? Some color on a page? It doesn't look like me. Yeah. You got the facial features all wrong. My hair's not that crazy,
I am way more handsome than this.
How dare you? How very dare you? Go to your room.
You're grounded. You're not getting any food for 3 days. Go to the isolation cage.
Yeah. Oh, you just need to walk away. Yeah, awesome. But yeah, all right. So, anything else?
What was that again? Vampire State Building?
I think that's what it is. I gotta look it up to be sure here, because it's on my read list. So.
Look it up on our Comixology app.
Oh, yeah, they just made $5, you son of a bitch.
Oh man, it's way more than $5. Yo, you're making all this money off these copyright people stealing our jokes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Vampire State Building. Is it in
English?
English?
Right, oh, it looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of
new too.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet. Hopefully, it's decent.
Ooh, the artist of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting into it.
All right. It might not be a total fail. So, but yeah. So this will be the first half of the episode. I'm sure V and I won't talk for as long as you and I have. So, as long as we can keep him breathing throughout the whole episode. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll only go like 30 minutes. So, yeah. All right.
And no, this isn't because me and V secretly hate each other. It's because my scheduling's all fucked up this week. So
yeah,
we're getting you a show. We're getting you quality entertainment without missing a week with all three of us.
Yeah, we're doing what we can because we know you guys need your fix. We know.
Oh man, if I know, like we've missed 1 week, and like the hate mail of people who said if we didn't put out an episode the next week, no matter if the state was still on fire, that we would have mass suicides in the street. So we are getting people their fix.
Yeah, because we care. We care about you.
We care about all
the listener. Yes. So
we care about all of you. We care that you watch this, and pretty soon we'll be setting up a Patreon, so we'll be caring more about you as you send us money.
Yes. And we'll hopefully
all that money.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting free checks, for God's sake. Send a little bit away to the people that have kept you sane during this whole time.
And I just thought of a Patreon tier, the $1,400 stimulus tier.
You go. Where Zach will go to your house and fucking cook you dinner or something.
Yeah,
for $1,400 each.
$1,400. I'll go over there. I'll cook you dinner. I'll make you drinks all night.
14. You can either choose that, or V will go to your house and act as a fluffer. There you go.
Oh man, and he leaves like a residue behind him too. So
like a snail.
Be safe with me. Yeah.
I hope he
And then,
doesn't
like,
listen to this first half. He won't do this second half. He's just like, fuck you.
oh my god, that he's been on the whole time on mute.
Yeah. He's actually he can actually he got the invite so he could jump in it whenever.
He just leaves a hole. He's just like a snail and just sits in the corner of your room and breathes hard.
God.
And then drinks all your whiskey and leaves.
He's fueled by whiskey. Fucking beef sticks. Oh shit.
That's how he's not dead yet. He's just basically pickled himself.
Oh yeah, he's got so much preservative. He ain't gonna. He'll be dead for like 6 months before anyone notices. It's just like all the preservatives from all the shit that he eats. But no, he's doing good. He's going to the gym. I'm kind of proud of him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that,
Yeah, same.
not to his face, but you know.
Yeah, I'm glad he's. We won't say it to his face, but we'll say it on a public forum. I'm glad he's like taking his health a lot more seriously and like going out to the gym.
Yeah, that's pretty good, especially during this time where it's almost praised to be lazy because you're not supposed to be doing anything. Yeah, but all right, so everybody hang on for the second half of this episode. But for this episode, for Wonderful Zack winners,
yep,
I am Darkness, and
stay tuned for part 2.
Stay tuned for part 2, I guess. Yeah. All right, so now that we've gotten rid of Zack for this episode, welcome Big Vicious.
That's right. You got to keep the 2 kids out of the same area because we start to bicker way too much.
Yeah, I feel like my childhood all over again, or mom and dad are fighting, and I'm just stuck in the middle somehow. But, yeah, so Zack and I went into the fact that neither one of us have watched Justice League, but you have, correct?
Yes, we had a midnight showing.
Yeah, we discussed that a little bit about how crazy you are, but yeah.
Well, especially since I got up and went to work, and I get up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And then I've been up since, 2:30 yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, I got maybe like a couple hour nap before I had an appointment that I had to take care of today, but I mean, it's been caffeine all day.
So with Justice League, we'll just lightly gloss over it real quick because no one's really seen it yet. Because unless you're a diehard like you,
right? I'm not. Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, is it worth it? Is it do it justice, so to speak?
Oh yeah, I was completely I was amazed. It was better than I expected. I went in knowing it was going to be better than the Whedon, whatever you want to call it.
The Whedon cut?
Well, Warner Brothers' complete hack at trying to puppetize and make it like the Muppets and all kid-friendly. I think Warner Brothers just needs to get their filthy fucking hands out of people's business and let things be done. But yeah, I knew it was going to be better, but I was just like, oh my God. Like, I was just like goosebumps through the whole thing.
Okay, so basically the story of the Snider Cut is Zack Snyder started the movie. He had a tragedy in his family, and he had to stop. And rather than wait, and let him come back and take care of it, or if he was going to come back and take care of it, they bring in Joss Whedon to basically complete it for him, and it comes out like shit. Fans of the Justice League and everything else, it felt rushed, it felt, messed up. They had to paint over Cavill's mustache and all kinds of crazy shit like this. So basically, Zack comes back, finishes it with the way he wants to, and makes basically, from what they're saying, is a whole nother movie. now.
Right. So it went back way before even that. So Warner Brothers completely fucked over Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
So Josh Whedon, or no, I mean not Josh Whedon, Zack Snyder, and I can't remember the other guy. They ended up writing 3 Justice League movies. They had all 3 written out. Then that was before they even started working on Batman versus Superman. Before they even worked on that, they had 3 Justice League movies written out. They went in, started working on Batman versus Superman. Warner Brothers came in and said, yeah, we don't like this, we don't like that, take this, take that, cut this, cut that, and just totally hack jobbed this movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Zack Snyder was like, hey, by the way, before this movie even comes out into theaters, there's going to be an extra special double DVD ultimate cut version that comes out.
Yeah.
So don't worry, this movie's going to suck, but you'll get the better version.
So, given that you've seen it, is it
Mhm.
is it like a movie with DVD extras? Like you get the typical director's cuts of movies. You have it for Suicide Squad. You have it for other movies like this. Is it just the same movie with bonus footage, or is it a totally different movie?
To me, it felt like a totally different movie. You know, one of the things I think I will say that I didn't enjoy about it was the fact that I was sitting there trying to figure out what was there before and what was changed.
Yeah. There's people that were talking about watching the original cut and then just going right into watching the second one. That's 6 hours of your day that But then other people are like, well, no, I want to try and see it with fresh eyes and see what it's
Right.
like.
Well, I just watched the Ultimate Edition earlier this week or the end of last week. So I mean, I freshly watched Batman versus or Justice League.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was sitting there trying to like, was that there? Was this here? So that kind of irritated me. So I'm going to watch it again and probably again and again. But not this time. It's not going to be like one sitting. It'll be in chunks. But it was well worth it. It was well worth staying up until midnight and watching 4 hours of this movie. It was well worth it.
Okay, well, so you got the official Big Vicious stamp of approval on the Justice League Zack Snyder cut. So if you haven't watched it yet, you got Big V's go ahead. So enjoy it. I'm going to watch it probably in chunks because 4 hours is just, that's a little excessive for one go. I mean, WrestleMania is not even that long. Well, it was, but now it's 2 days. But I mean,
but the thing is, the one thing I will say is you might miss out by not watching it all the way through.
Okay.
You might not get that full enjoyment. I don't know. I have no way to compare it because I watched it all the way through.
Yeah. Well, they had originally talked about making it like the series, but
4-part.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's your Justice League review, and you'll get more chiming in from us as we see it. But day one, well, this will be day 2 when this drops. So when this drops, actually, Falcon and Winter Soldier will be out, so you'll have that to look forward to from us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Of the ones that they proposed series for, this one I think I'm the most excited for.
Well, it's a cross between this and Loki. I'm really excited for both of them. WandaVision, I was excited for, but not like, oh my god. And the more and more I think about it, WandaVision was a letdown for me. Not to say it was bad. It was good. It was good, but it was a letdown. I don't like shows and movies that make me feel empty and like I need more right now.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is supposed to tie in with other things that aren't coming out for like years later or like a year later.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to have Black Widow by now too, and so there's all kinds of stuff like that going on. Everything got wonky, but
and that's what I'm saying. They just left me this big hole, and it's like there's answers that need to be, or questions that need to be answered. Like, where did fucking White Vision go?
Yeah.
One, why did he just take off? You know,
Oh.
he just got every memory that Vision had up to the point of, I guess, from death back. So, I mean, obviously he's in love with Wanda. So if Wanda's out there getting her ass beat, why didn't he go help her?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm sure they'll answer all this stuff in time, but yeah, it left you with more questions than answers.
But that's the thing, in time.
Yeah. Yeah. But all right. Well, there's your Justice League review. Do you want to get into, because I mean, we haven't had this segment for a while, but it's almost like we both went through the same kind of shit. The how is God smited darkness this week? Because it started at the end of last week's episode, because you were up here at Dark Manor, and I had to work on my car. My car, I haven't started very often since the pandemic and all that. So I get in there, I start working on it. I can't take one of the terminals off. The terminal to my battery is corroded off.
Okay.
And
Okay. No, first it was trying to get the battery out.
Oh, yeah. So this car, it's some weird plastic box, and you have to pop the sides off in order to get the battery that's wedged in there off of the little chassis thing. That it was such a pain in the ass. We're watching YouTube videos and everything else. I finally get that part taken care of, and then it was so corroded I had to take a hammer and a screwdriver and pop the terminal off of the battery, and the wire came off with it. And then because it's like a 2014 car, it's got a sensor on the battery cable, so I can't just go out and buy a cheap battery cable. No, I got to jump online and get a fucking battery cable from from the fucking manufacturer and everything else. So, $80 later, I get the battery terminal, the battery cable. I had to go down and get the battery from the auto parts store, and I showed it to them, and they're like, "What the hell did you do?" I'm like, "I didn't do anything. It's just how I got it out of there." So yeah, that's how God's gonna be with my car, and you were there just laughing your ass off the whole time like an asshole.
Hey, I tried to help.
Yeah. So what was the deal with your car?
Okay, so yesterday I go to take off and, fucking start driving, and like the complete power dies out of the car. Like I'm like cruising down the road and my pedal goes straight to the fucking floorboard and my steering wheel locks up.
Oh.
It's like, what the fuck? And so I get off to the side of the road and turn it off, turn it back on. It's doing fine. And it was getting ready to turn onto Johnson Creek, headed towards the freeway. That does it again. And I'm like, nah, I'm not. Nuh-uh. Like, I can't be going on the freeway, at whoever knows what speed I go, anywhere between the legal limit and 70. But anyways, I'm like, yeah, no. So I pull into the Home Depot right there, and that's where my car inched through that parking lot because it kept dying. Like literally, like I'd get like a foot or two, and then all power went out. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Finally get it to AutoZone. AutoZone lets me use their little tester thing, and it was a crankshaft sensor something. That was the code that popped up.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. So, eventually I get the car parked where it should be and go about my day. And throughout my day, I'm calling around trying to prices. And, thankfully I had today off. So, I mean, not to mention already late for work type of thing. And fucking, but I'm calling around and different places are like, well, what's the problem? And I tell them, they're like, well, it's going to be like $1 bazillion for us to like run a sensor. And I'm like, well, I already did that. It says it's this. And they're like, well, we don't know that. So
Shit.
I finally get this one I call up this one place, and the guy was just like, so what's the problem? And I tell him, and he's like, let me guess, crankshaft sensor, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, how did you know? He's like, because I'm a mechanic. um, so they set me up an appointment today and got it down there, an arm, a leg, a toe, and some other body parts later. I got a working truck again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So at least it's taken care of. At least you're back on the road, right?
I mean, thankfully I had money stashed away, but like, back when this pandemic first started, like working mass overtime, which they were paying double pay, I put money to the side with saving, but then going back to normal work hours, like the money that goes out isn't getting put back in like it was. So my money's slowly dwindling, and I'm like, hey, thankfully I had a little bit, because that would have sucked not having a car, man.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
And it took all day, all freaking day.
Yeah, 'cause we initially had tried to, because Zach had his prior engagements or whatever, his scheduling conflicts, whatever you want to call it. We started at 11 a.m. and then here we are. It's 5:30 p.m. and now you're on. That's why we had to do a weird split episode.
Yeah.
Everyone shits all over the place, but we told them, we said, you know what, we work hard to make sure they get the content they need, those listeners.
Oh,
So, yeah, we do what we have to do.
When it's situations like this, there's some situations where it's like, yeah, you can't really split it up, and some people have to miss out, mainly me. But
Wow.
Other than that, it's we're going to do what we have to do to get this stuff out there. But yeah, so working vehicle, have you got your part yet?
Yeah, my car's up and going. I got the part. It got ordered out, and it's going to. I put it on the car. The battery is already there. I cleaned everything out. I put the cable on. The sensor works because the windshield wipers still work. Because everyone was saying if the windshield wipers don't work, there's something wrong with the sensor. So beware of this. But I got everything figured out. So
Nice.
I'm good. You're good, and that's all that matters. So
That's all that matters.
sweet velvety tones of Big Vicious coming live to you from the Dark Asylum podcast. But so let's see, what do we go over the first half?
Okay, well,
What?
speaking of, we brought up Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That hits tomorrow. I believe it's supposed to be, is it 6 episodes?
Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
That I'm not sure on yet. I don't know if they've given out an episode number or anything like that.
I'm not sure. At one point I thought I heard 6 1-hour episodes.
Okay. Well, they're 1-hour episodes, huh?
That's what I heard. I haven't got any confirmation yet. That's
Okay. Well, it's going from March 19th to April 23rd.
Yeah, so 6 episodes.
Yep. And if they're an hour, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not telling me how long they are, but yeah, from what I was, one of the things I was reading / listening to, they said it was basically made as a mini movie.
Okay.
So more like a Zack Snider director's cut.
Yeah, 6-hour movie.
If you're calling it a mini movie, but yeah, it's supposed to be kind of basically a movie, but broken into like a series form.
Okay, that's cool. Where WandaVision was more episodic, this one's just going to be a long form movie.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Baron Zemo get some due. He was they set him up and he wasn't really much of a threat or anything like that, but it's looking like it's going to be pretty decent, so I'm excited. They have Sharon Carter coming back too, which is cool, and
Yeah, and I'm just excited about the bantering. I mean, just the trailers got me cracking up.
Oh yeah, or they're like at counseling and stuff like that, so.
He's a wizard. There's no such thing as wizards. Doctor Strange. He's a sorcerer. That's a wizard without a hat.
I missed that one. This is gonna be good. So, Zach and I talked about the show Resident Alien. Have you watched that at all?
No, I want to check that out.
So try and check that out because we went off on that for about 20 minutes. It seemed like.
You guys already watched it?
Well, it's already all out. It's just we kind of stumbled upon it because he had made a message on Facebook that said Alan Tudyk was like America's hidden gem or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then I was like, is this in regards to Resident Alien? And he laughed. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, oh, I want to watch this so bad.
Yeah. But another TV show that I wanted to bring up specifically with you rather than Zach is the cancellation of Batwoman. So, what are your feelings on this?
I didn't hear about that, but thank God.
I know out of the three of us, you're the dedicated Arrowverse person.
Like, I'm disappointed that they're canceling Supergirl because it was, I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it was definitely better than Batwoman.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the first, maybe the first half of the first season, and just every time I watched it, my stomach turned, and it was just like so. It's okay. It's like a school project where you get a bunch of your friends together who have no acting experience to make a movie, and it's like that, like dry, drawn out, like speaking and like. Totally fake emotion. Like it was just very
soap opera.
It was very like this. Okay, this Batwoman probably would have did better back in the 80s, early 90s type of TV show. How it was just kind of like hokey.
Yeah.
And it's just the villains and stuff like that. It was just very way overly animated, and I don't know. I'm glad. I guess it's kind of unfair to give this new lady, this new lady doesn't have the chance to really do anything, and I think the reason why people are looking so negative on her is the simple fact that she is trying to pick up a shit show that there's no picking up. Like, this was runny diarrhea that's just going to keep constantly flowing through whatever you try to. So she kind of got thrown into a bad spot, and I went to give it a chance, and like honestly, I do believe it was just the fact that I was like so disgusted by the first season that I just couldn't give it a chance.
Yeah, they said that they're going to cancel the show, but it's not the end of Batwoman. So people are just like, Legends of Tomorrow? She might show up over there. Or,
Legends, or she might be in, because they canceled Supergirl and they're bringing out that last season here soon. Finishing, they're giving it a finish, so that's kind of cool. At least they're doing that. I mean, I don't know. When Supergirl first came out, I did not like it. Like when it was over on NBC or CBS or whatever the fuck it was. It was stupid. Then it went over to the CW and kind of joined the Arrowverse and started being slowly incorporated into that whole concept, and it started getting better.
Yeah.
And I started enjoying it, and this last season was a little, kind of lagging and dry, but every series has a season that you're just not that into.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's like season one. If you can get through the first season, then things get established and things start, taking off.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, Batwoman didn't even really have that, and then Supergirl just started off okay, and then just kind of went down from there. And so, yeah, it's been rough for the Arrowverse outside of Arrow. Legends of Tomorrow and the Flash are decent. I mean,
Legend and the Flash are kicking strong. They're carrying. Black Lightning unfortunately got canceled pretty quick.
And it's funny because I remember Supergirl being on, I think it was NBC. I don't know, a bigger network. And same thing, Constantine was on the bigger network. Got its one season and they axed it, but they put Constantine on Legends of Tomorrow, which was cool because the acting was great. He was a great choice to play Constantine, and so. And now you got the weird kind of WB or what is it? HBO. Now they're on HBO Max, but they were on DC. The heck was it called? Their platform.
DC Universe or whatever.
Yeah. So you had Titans and you had Swamp Thing and you had So there's a bunch of these shows that they're putting out there, and a bunch of them are just kind of getting thrown to the wayside, and then they kind of end up on CW. And I haven't even seen Stargirl. I don't even know what that's about.
I haven't seen it yet. My son says it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And my son, he's a pretty good. I take his advice generally.
Yeah.
If he says something's garbage, it tends to be garbage. Except for his like of the Ghostbuster remake / reboot / whatever.
Oh, damn. He liked that?
He liked it. And the funny thing was, because when he'd come over for visits and stuff, I would try to have money to take him to a movie. And he wanted to go see Ghostbusters. I'm like, oh, dude, let's go see something else, man. Let's. I'm like, this movie, I'm not going to like it. It's going to be stupid. And he's like, well, that's what you said about Ant-Man.
Oh, he pulled the Ant-Man card on you.
Yeah, because I didn't want to see Ant-Man. And I loved it. But we went and saw Ghostbusters, and he completely enjoyed it. And we get outside, and he's like, see, you liked it, didn't you? And I'm like, nope, I still hate it.
Like, yeah, thanks for wasting my money, you little shit. Damn.
But other than that little fault right there, he's pretty good. Basically, Stargirl is, I believe it's part of the Justice Society.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's she's part of the like your older era, the 70s, 80s, or 60s, 70s, where you had the old school Green Lantern and stuff like that. So I believe she's supposed to be part of that whole little get up.
Okay. Interesting. I haven't watched it yet, so I didn't know. But yeah. I mentioned Batwoman. Like, okay. So Zach's not big on that kind of stuff, so I figured we'd have a deeper conversation about it.
Right.
We also brought up the Captain America miniseries that's coming out with the comic miniseries with the gay Captain America that's making headlines all of a sudden.
Oh boy.
That's pretty much what we said. It's boy. Why just do it? At least they're not turning Captain America gay. They're just making a hero inspired by Captain America who happens to be gay. But yeah, Zach and I's big thing on that one is, why do they have to make him look like a gay stereotype when, just make a big superhero guy and say, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay, So.
Right. It's, and that's where society, or like, so there's people that I've met that, like, when you find out they're gay, you're like, what? You're gay? Like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And that's because everybody stereotypes a gay person as wearing, like crop tops and tight pants and makeup and lipstick all the time and, prancing around and I mean, it's totally not that.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain people that are that way, but it's to be painted with that brush as the entire, genre of people, it just it seems kind of weird that they would kind of further that, like I say, stereotype by making a hero that, looks like they're gonna sell you ecstasy outside of a rave or something, his nose ring in his spiky hair, and it's like, come on, guys, try harder. At least try, at least.
Right.
Yeah. So, we touched on that a little bit, and then we did the review of your comic book club, the Batman Shadow.
Yeah. What do y'all think?
Well, Zach told me not to tell you how he felt about it, so.
Did he not like it?
No, the opposite. That's why he told me not to tell you.
But yeah,
no.
I forgot how fucking like wicked Shadow was. Like how fucking like I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, he's pretty brutal, and it was it was interesting. Like we were talking about it, most Batman team up stories are all the same, whether it was, like we said, with Ninja Turtles or with Spawn or Judge Dredd or whatever. Somebody comes in who kills people, and he's like, no, don't kill people, and then they have at it for a while, and then they solve a crime and rinse and repeat.
Right.
But the Ninja Turtles didn't kill, but it was still, and they always find a way to shoehorn the Joker in somehow. But it's like, okay, it's the Shadow and Batman. Well, how is Joker involved? Oh, they'll find a way.
Right.
So, but yeah, got the good reviews on that one. I liked it. I liked the story and the artwork and all that stuff. It was good. So,
and it reminded me why I like Damian Wayne as Robin.
Yeah. They kind of made that built-in antagonist for him, where he's a League of Assassins member, and he's like, no, don't kill, what's wrong with you? Yeah, that whole thing.
But yeah, I was excited. I was like, they better like this.
Yeah, no, I did, and Zach did too, so you're good with that. But for next week, you've got I picked, it's called Vampire State Building.
What is it?
Vampire State Building.
Okay.
I think it's on Hoopla. It might not be. I don't know, but I haven't actually read it yet, so it'll be new for all of us.
Nice.
Yeah. So, sure. What else would we talk about?
Well, we kind of jumped ahead. Both you and I. Well, I don't know if you caught up on both of them, but The Flash and Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois I am actively watching, and as far as everything else is concerned, no. I watched the first couple seasons of pretty much all of them, but I remember where I got to with Flash. And then Arrow, I think I dropped out as soon as they brought in the Z-tier character, Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, Mr. Fantastic,
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic's another company.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they started doing that, I was like, all right, Arrow's kind of jumping the shark. As far as Superman and Lois, I'm all caught up. I'm watching that one.
I'm highly enjoying it.
The only thing that I'm not liking is the youngest son. Well, I guess they're twins. So the one that's like the emo nerdy kid, it's just, he's always overacting and stuff. And it's just, well, that's the teeny aspect of it that they have, where they got to be angsty teens in order to sell the story.
Yeah.
I like.
Go ahead.
I like the way that they did it. It's almost like a not middle-aged, but kind of middle-aged Superman. Like what would happen? He got older and had kids, and he's like, dad jokes and stuff like that. Superman. Yeah. So it doesn't quite take place in like what you would think of the current timeline, where him living in Metropolis and being a reporter and all that. It's kind of like the couple 15, 20 years after that, where he's got kids and he's kind of settling down. He moves back to Smallville, and
I was talking to my boy. This is the sequel to Smallville.
yeah, like he goes back. So it's interesting how they're trying to, certain aspects that they're getting into is like, all right, he doesn't live in Metropolis anymore, so the villains and stuff don't see him flying around all over the place, so they're starting to get ballsy about doing things. So
Right.
yeah, it's certain things that they're it's mostly the teens, the Sons drama and stuff like that, but all the Superman stuff is pretty interesting because it's like, what if Superman just took off out of Metropolis?
Right. Me and my kid were talking how it's Smallville 2, and the reason why is because what happened at the end of this last episode.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I just watched it. This is the very end.
Yeah, she punches the hole through the wall.
Oh, yeah. Kryptonite inside there.
And he's all, now we're going to have our own superpowered army. So that's Smallville all over again, where all these people were created by kryptonite.
Ah, okay. So I didn't watch Smallville either.
Yeah, so in Smallville, everybody was turning metahumans, were being, they're getting powers by kryptonite. Like, somehow there'd be kryptonite somewhere that did something, and it would give somebody the power of the week that Clark had to.
Okay, I see. In comics, that's kind of canon because kryptonite gives off radiation,
Uh-huh.
and Lex Luthor eventually got cancer from always being around kryptonite.
Right.
So yeah, I guess that makes sense. They could say that the radiation gives powers out and stuff like that. Okay, I'm following it. I'm up with that. That works.
But yeah, I'm highly enjoying it. I do like the way they gave him that kind of movie suit.
Yeah, he doesn't have the underoos on the outside. It's just a one piece suit.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm enjoying it so far. Like I say, it's a CW show, so there's going to be teen all throughout. And
oh yeah,
stuff like that. But the Superman parts, I'm enjoying. So I'll stick with it until it starts getting boring. But
until it starts getting boring.
I give it about 2-3 seasons, and then it starts to taper off, and I'm like, all right. But yeah, so there wasn't much. We talked about the death. I'm going to massacre his name again. Yaphet Kotto from Alien.
Oh.
Passed away.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading back what we got. That's about it, really. So, I mean, what you want to talk about? Did you come in with a notepad? You got stuff to?
Honestly, it was mainly I was hoping we all got the Justice League taken care of, but I did realize that not everybody is as psychotic and crazy as I am.
Yeah. I turned it on this morning. I checked last night at 8. I'm like, maybe they put it on for West or East Coast feed or something, and I can watch it now. But no, they time stamped it so you can wait until midnight.
Uh-huh.
But I got up this morning. I was getting everything ready for the show, and it's sitting. Okay, well, I can watch it. So get to it eventually.
Now the things I'm excited for is the end of the month. Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah, when is that? It's March
30th.
30th. Okay, so the very end of the month.
Yep. I'm excited for that. I'm pissed that I have to wait so long for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Cage-less Mortal Kombat.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know how that's going to go. Why we have a Mortal Kombat movie and they omit Johnny Cage? I don't know. But
Neither do I. We'll see what they do.
Like one person for me to identify with, and they take him away. I don't understand. How am I supposed to watch this and enjoy it if there's nobody like me in the movie?
What, you don't shoot ice cubes out of your hands?
No, not on a regular basis. But I don't know why the one white dude gets taken out. I just hope it doesn't go that route, is all I'm saying.
Well, they had a white chick, so you're cool.
No, I don't identify as a woman.
Your video game avatars speak otherwise.
Well, that's special circumstances. And I revealed why I do that, because, if you look like every other dude, none of the other dudes are going to come save you. But if you're a chick, they're going to come running. Hey, can you help me with this quest? Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, So, give yourself purple skin, big elf ears, and huge hooties, and they're all over you to help.
While you're that bald, hairy, sweaty guy in a fucking wife beater sitting on the other side.
Yeah, pretty much that stereotype, I guess. Thanks. I don't have like an arm brace in my mom's basement, like in that episode of South Park, but
Right. Fuck.
yeah. So, did you happen to catch the COVID episode of South Park?
I watched part of it. I still have to finish it.
Ah, okay. Because Zach and I forgot about watching it, so we were going to talk about that until we realized neither of us had watched it.
Yeah, I still have to watch the last part of it. I started watching it as I was ready for bed and kind of, went to bed.
Nice. Yeah, South Park always is pretty decent watch, especially when they have a special.
Oh, yeah. The COVID, South Park, the COVID special or whatever. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, they had the lockdown episode or something like that. I don't know. They do good, though. I like watching them. They piss everybody off, so that means they're good.
Everybody.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, anything else you want to delve into?
Oh, I mean, other than, it's, I heard somewhere that they are talking about starting to bring it into, instead of 6 feet, 3 feet.
Oh, yeah, we had touched on it a little bit. I guess outside venues are allowed to have 25% capacity.
Oh, yeah?
And for soccer here, I mean, that's all that anyone cares about here. We don't have any teams other than soccer.
Right.
And music venues are allowed. The hell did I say? I forget now. It's in the earlier in the episode, where it's like 10% of their space allows, or 100 people, whichever one's less. So yeah, there's not going to be any concerts in Portland anytime soon.
I'm just saying, the more they start backing off, the closer we get to having things go back to not normal, but
just less strict. If you're good and you follow our guidelines, you may be able to have a small barbecue or cookout 4th of July if you're good and you listen to what we tell you. It's like, Jesus, like I said, man, come on. Not a big crowd. Just a handful of your family. Good.
Personally, God. I don't want things rushed and just blown open, because I mean, it's going to negate everything that's already been, that we've been building on.
Yeah.
But I don't think the stricter you get on things, I mean, it's just like they always say, you over sanitizing is going to cause you to get sick, because you're killing all the good germs as well.
Yeah. The good germs and bacteria doesn't they die just as well with everything else. So
So as we're over sanitizing, we're also taking care of the good stuff, and it's going to make, even if we're 6 feet away, it's going to make situations bad because everybody's like compromising their shit. So, like I said, I don't want us to jump and like ruin what we've already built, but I don't want us to also stay hidden because I want to get back to wrestling. I want to get back to um, going to the theaters if we have any ever again.
yeah, that's the thing. Once everything gets did, what's going to be left? There's so many like websites that I checked it to buy stuff or something. They're like, we've closed our doors, we've done this. It's like, oh my god, what's going to be left standing?
Right. So, I mean, yeah. Other than that, like,
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Yeah, we had concert tickets before the pandemic, so hopefully those get honored. Stuff like that. Had tickets to the theater, like the theater, not the movie theater.
Right.
All this stuff postponed so many things. Now things are going to be like on top of each other as far as dates and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Ozzy was supposed to do his last tour. Kiss was supposed to do their last tour through here in Portland, and all of that stuff just they had to postpone. Are they still going to do it? Are they going to honor the date? What are they going to do? Who knows? So,
I mean, even if they still do it, I think Ozzy should be in a bubble.
yeah, yeah. Fucking Ozzy was my first concert growing up years ago.
Because although I think Ozzy is immortal and immune to everything, I just don't want to risk it.
Yeah, yeah. That would be terrible. Ozzy gets COVID or something because he went touring.
Right?
That would suck.
Uh, he
Just
brushes it off like everything else.
yeah. The dude bites heads off of bats and comes out of it relatively unscathed. So he just got some rabies. That's all. No
Right.
big deal.
And didn't COVID supposedly come from bats?
I think that's one of the hypotheses out there. So
So Ozzy got COVID a long time ago. He's immune.
yeah, he's patient zero and nobody knew. Shit.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so what else? You got anything?
No, like I said, I've tried looking up. It's coming down to like scraping and trying to get. I mean, everything I'm finding, there's no actual news on movies or stuff. It's just rumors. Like the rumor has it that they're taking, and I always forget his name, the guy who played the Punisher on the Netflix series.
Yeah.
And they're in negotiations to do a movie with him.
That would be cool to see. Hope it's better than the series, but
there's talk about Jessica Jones being on She-Hulk.
Yeah, that could be cool if they start bringing those characters over.
And then talk about Daredevil being on Spider-Man 3.
Charlie Cox. I mean, that would be a good way if they went into Multiverse of Madness, just to kind of bring those characters in that way. Since they're obviously not going to do it with the X-Men, but
No, but they're the mutants. They're working on that.
Yeah, I don't understand why they call it the mutants, because it just seems so, I don't know, blanketed term, I guess. Were they afraid to say X-Men, or what the hell are they thinking? Who knows?
No, I think what they're doing is they're trying to reboot all that stuff. I don't think we're going to get any of the Fox X-Men people. Yeah. I don't think we're getting any of that. I think everybody's going to be new and fresh. So they're starting by calling it the mutants, and then it'll lead into the X-Men.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That's what I believe is happening here, because I think Marvel wants to brand it their way and not what's already been branded. So although it would be great to see them bring like Hugh Jackman in for one last time, or Patrick Stewart, or Ewan Mc,
Who? What?
Magneto.
Ian McKellen?
Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Although it'd be nice to see like them in something, just like a tip of the hat to them.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to do that. They don't want to label their X-Men as something that's already been out there.
Yeah. I would like to see, like, tip of the hats, like you're saying, Multiverse of Madness should be a way for them to basically clean the palette of all the old stuff while still acknowledging it.
Mm-hmm.
You got Spider-Man 3 that's going to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, so that's kind of their way of doing it too, which is good, and I'm happy with that. They're acknowledging it. Venom is getting, we talked about them getting their release date for Venom 2, September of this year.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Rage is involved, which is cool.
I think it's cool, but I'm glad with some of the little pictures that I've seen that they're not doing that crazy. So Woody Harrelson at the end of Venom with that weird red wig.
Oh yeah, the red hair.
I mean, I understand he had red hair in the comics and stuff, but come on.
Oh yeah, yeah. But they have a lot of opportunity here, and we'll just wait and see how it goes. So bringing into the other characters or something like that, hopefully they do it right. Everyone I know was kind of let down by WandaVision, and it didn't do anything like that except for have the old actor that was Quicksilver and just confuse the hell out of everybody. So,
like everybody said, to make a dick joke.
Yeah, basically. So,
I'm interested in. Did you see that link that I sent you guys? It was earlier in the week. Marvel Unlimited, I think. Where is it?
Bringing it up. I'm looking. I sent the thing for the Batman movie, a little 30-minute fan film.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And DC Book Club that stole our idea. Yeah. The one that says unlock the Marvel Universe for free for 7 days.
Okay, is that what's sent through?
Yeah, I think you might have. I'm just like, what the hell is this? I don't know.
Yeah, so it's called the what was it called? It's a comic book series. Basically, the when Venom destroyed the symbiote planet, he unlocked a bunch of like symbiotes, and they unlocked the the king of the symbiotes.
Oh yeah, you talking about the King in Black?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story in the comics going right now.
Yeah, I want to read that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I saw that on Facebook, and I was like, holy shit! Like,
it's still going, but it's one of those crossover events that covers all the titles. Not all of them, but a big chunk of the titles.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I think they have the first couple of them, like the trades of the storylines that have concluded already on Hoopla. So, all you got to do is look up the read order, and you should be good to go.
Hell yeah. I know what I'm doing.
King in Black, yeah. There's that, and then what the hell else was going on? There's like 2 big storylines going on at the same time with Marvel. They had the X of Swords for a while, where all the X-Men got swords for some reason or another. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know. All these are getting kind of weird, but. And they got the Captain America one coming up with gay Captain America, which is, no matter what they do, no matter what the story is, no matter how many issues this character's in, it's going to be known as the gay Captain Marvel or Captain America storyline. So, even if there's only like 5 panels of this kid talking about everything, and then the rest of the series doesn't include him, it's just going to be known as that. So,
Right.
yeah, they got something going on in X. I don't remember. It's hard to keep up with all these damn storylines. And you gotta collect like 40 issues of to get the whole story because it crosses over and yeah, it's fuck. I remember when I was a kid, man, I couldn't read half of these stories because you couldn't A, track down the issues, and B, afford it as a kid, you know?
Well, and that's why everybody had their favorite superhero. It wasn't like they couldn't have more than one. I mean, they could, but uh, they couldn't really speak about them because they didn't know much about them because they couldn't read the damn comic books.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Little Darkness, you have the choice. You could have this one or this one. But Mom, I want both.
Yeah. As a kid, I got a subscription to Amazing Spider-Man, which was awesome. You know, every month he'd get the new issue. It was torn to shit. The fucking post office did not give two fucks about comic books. It was in
Right.
like a plastic bag that had a shipping label on it, and it was bent to shit. But I'd get an issue, I'd read it, and it was to be continued in Sensational Spider-Man. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't have the fucking subscription to that. This sucks. So yeah, I hated that shit, and I hate it when they do crossovers. Fuck them.
Well, and yeah, they do that a lot. Like I was, we were talking, the whole Death of Superman thing. It starts like it's Superman Action Comics, the Man of Steel, all these different issues, and then all of a sudden it's like the Justice League, Supergirl, uh, Batman, like all these issues. Like you have to get like throughout like multiple different fucking different characters just to get the whole series. And it's
Yeah,
like, fuck.
yeah. Just to get the whole storyline, it was like 30 issues.
I remember when I was trying to collect it all. So the whole Death of Superman thing was like it was a big thing for a lot of people. And my stepdad, he bought like the black bag and all that stuff, and um, he had multiples. He bought like two or three of them. So when he and my mom split, like I was like, yes, these comics are mine. So of
I'm gonna
course,
buy my first car with this. Yeah.
well, of course, I opened up one of the black bags because I was like, you know, it came with the armband and the stamps and all this shit, and I was like, right on. So I got that, and then I had the one in the sealed up, and I was like, oh, I gotta get the newsstand editions.
Oh
But
yeah.
the newsstand edition, the Death of Superman, had like 6 different ones, all the same comic book, but it was different lettering, colored lettering.
Oh yeah. That was like the fucking laziest way to try and get those comics sold.
Superman, it said Superman in red, and then it was Superman in blue, Superman in yellow, and I was like, shit. So I'm buying all these, and then you know I'm hunting down all these different issues, and I'm like, holy crap! And back when comic book stores were almost on every corner, I had my favorite one. It was right there by Kmart on 122nd and San Rafael.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would get off the bus because I worked at Little Caesars inside of Kmart. I'd get off the bus. I'd go to this comic book store. I had my list. He would order them because if he didn't have them, he would order them. I'd pay him the money. I'd go to work, and a few days later, I'd get a call, and I'd go pick them up, and I just getting this whole thing together. I had my buddy in the comic book box that I had. He drew Superman's tombstone.
Hmm.
So yeah, so it was the Death of Superman, then Funeral for a Friend, and the Reign of Superman. It was like, holy crap. And then with the Reign of Superman, they came out with the white bag.
Yes, I remember that. I had them all bagged. But yeah.
And then the white bag, when you opened that up, it had like a stiffer cover that had like it was like a hard plastic thing on there. It wasn't like a sticker or a reflective thing. It might have been like kind of reflective, but it was the weirdest fucking way to do something to a comic book that I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that thing being huge and getting news coverage and all this other stuff. And yeah, you can buy the issue for like $3 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lines shop and everything else, it was insane.
I mean, I enjoyed it. A lot of people may not, but I did. So.
Oh yeah, it was an enjoyable storyline, but it pretty much killed ever caring about a hero dying ever again. You know, everybody knows they're coming back.
That's the thing. Every superhero out there has died at least 20 times.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's still a fun read, like the Death of Wolverine. I'm like, all right, let's see how they're gonna get rid of him for a little while now. I was like, oh, okay, let's cover him in adamantium. That's cool. Right. And then I was like, all right, he's still in there. Why can't you just have like Shadowcat grab him and pull him out, phase him out, you know? And that's exactly what they fucking did. I was like, holy shit, are you serious? What the hell? You know, they pulled his body out of the adamantium. I was like, yeah, this is ridiculous. I could come up with stuff like that, then I know it's terrible. So, but
they got you bugged, bro. They got you bugged.
Yeah, they're reading into my brain, man. I said it near my cell phone and they heard it. You fucking yawning?
Dude.
You're the one that woke up at fucking midnight, watched a 4-hour movie, and then tried to have a regular day.
No, I stayed up until. At 4 something, I laid down and took like a quick little nap before I had to get up and start running around.
Jesus.
And even then, I couldn't sleep. I think I got maybe like an hour and a half.
Fuck. You're an animal. You're a madman.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit hard tonight and hopefully wake up in time to go to work.
Oh shit. Well,
yeah.
We got anything else then? I feel like bad making you stay up now.
No, I would have still been up because I'm gonna try to keep myself in that like time frame thing. Like I don't want to fall asleep now when I should actually fall asleep at this time, so I stay on that schedule.
Just don't start hallucinating. That's the only thing. I get too tired, I start hallucinating weird shit.
Oh, already did, man. Already did.
Great. That's gonna be fun.
I mean, I don't have any visuals of it right now, nor is it really anything to be looking at, but I like being a little artsy and craftsy and stuff. And many years back, I made a Venom mask out of paper mache.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool, like awesome, like. And so I decided I'm going to do kind of like, I guess you can't really call it a painting because there's going to be paint and everything, but I took a paint canvas and I am doing Venom's face, where it's going to be Venom's face kind of coming out of the canvas. And then his tongue, and then his hands, like he's like and it's going to have the black going around, so it's going to look like the symbiote is like coming off the canvas.
Oh, nice! I see what you're saying. Like, was it Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy pushes his face through the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So I'm slowly working on that. I have to. One, it's finding the time. Two, it's trying to carefully construct this because one, as a kid, we all know that paper mache is a heavy material.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send you a slight picture of the monstrosity that I got going on right now. I mean, like I said, it's just a start. But so what I'm doing is I'm using tissue because I don't need it completely solid. It doesn't need to be like completely like hard. I just need it rigid enough that it's not going to like flop around and fall off.
Yeah.
So plus I'm using the tissue and the paper mache that's helping me kind of smooth out the make it look like it's coming off the canvas. Because I used cardboard to shape out the head, and you're going to see in the picture that it's kind of I wouldn't even say egg shaped right now, because egg shape is kind of what I want. But it's a weird shape. But I'm going to use the paper mache and the tissue paper, and it's going to kind of curve into the canvas. If you try to use newspaper, it would be one, too heavy, and two, it would not work so well.
Hmm.
Did you get the picture?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now. Oh, nice. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like that. That's cool.
And then basically for the hands, I'm just going to put some rubber gloves on and duct tape my hands. And then I'm going to cut my hand so I can pull it out. Not cut my hand, but cut the stuff off my hand and mount them onto the frame and do the same thing, paper mache it a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I love doing little arts and crafts things like this.
Yeah, the helmet, the skull helmet that you made me, that's one of the things I fucking miss the most. After the night I broke my leg, somebody fucking stole it. It was just like, I was like, damn it, I wish I still had that thing, you know? That was pretty fucking cool.
And I think I left mine at the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. So they're gone. I tell you what, man, people are fucking vultures. I break my leg and get taken away in an ambulance, and half of my shit that I don't fucking grab on the way out ends up disappearing. It was fucking terrible.
I know. I loved our skull helmets. Those were awesome.
Yeah, they were. I liked them. Puffy. So.
Well, maybe we could make something again.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you used, the epoxy or whatever it was, but fiberglass. Right?
Fiberglass.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was good. They were sturdy helmets. So.
Yeah, actually, this time around, I have a better way of doing it.
Maybe you should do it then.
Well, no,
you have no time. You never sleep. But yeah, make me another helmet.
I'm actually, as soon as my boy designs it, me and him are going to make a helmet for like him.
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, dude, if you want like a already existing person's helmet, let's do that, or just design something. But I got some. I bought some of that craft foam. So basically, you make a shell of your helmet with that craft foam that's going to fit over your head, and then you fiberglass over that.
Oh yeah, I remember that thing was a bitch when you put it on, and it would like cut up the inside of your head because it's fucking fiberglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we could avoid that, that would be great. Yeah.
I was still learning at the time.
No, they look great, but I mean aesthetically they were great, but functionality there was still some issues.
you couldn't have a first blood match if you wore one of those helmets.
Yeah,
because you'd already be bleeding when you got to the ring.
Like, that's some sharp edges on that shit. They look cool as hell though, so it was all good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I'm out of shit to talk about for this week. How about you?
Yeah, so am I.
All right. I'm probably pissed that it's going to be this long of an episode anyway. But, all right. So, follow us on Facebook at Dark Asylum Pod, Twitter at Dark Asylum Pod. Throw a couple bucks towards us. It helps us keep the lights on. Buy some shirts. Go check the website. We're going to try and come up with designs. Look for us. What? Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure Zach already plugged his.
Oh yeah, he's got a pro wrestling tees site, I guess. I don't know what you have to do to get on there, but he figured it out. So.
Well, if he didn't plug his, I was going to plug it for him, but
Oh yeah, So yeah, buy our shit, support us if you can. Yeah, send us questions. We'll talk about shit that you guys suggest. Sign Guy's been unresponsive. I don't know if he's still with us or not, but yeah. So that's our double episode with half Zach, half Big V, and unfortunately me the whole time. So I'm going to look at the analytics and see when they start dropping off. If it's during your time or my time or his time or whatever. So, but for wonderful Zach Winters and for Big Vicious, who called Zach called you a slug, by the way. I'm supposed to tell you that.
He called me a slug. Why is that?
Slug. I don't know how it came about. You have to listen, but
yeah, I'll listen.
You leave a big greasy trail everywhere you go, or something like that. I don't remember how it came about. So,
or the fact that I'm just like slow right now and tired.
That might have been it too. I don't remember the exact frame of reference, but for Big Vicious. We were waiting for that. I am darkness, and the asylum is closed.